took office, the price of essentials has increased. For example, a basket
My
of
bad, y'all. My
groceries that
damn
cost
phone is being
$100 today now costs more than $120.
waiting on
Typical
Curtis to
home
get back.
prices have jumped more than 30%. What do you say to voters who feel they are worse off under your presidency than they were under President Trump?
We got to take a look at what I was left when I became president and what Mr. Trump left me. We had an economy that was in free fall. The pandemic was so badly handled. Many people were dying. All he said was, it's not that serious. Just inject a little bleach in your arm. It'll be all right. The economy collapsed. There were no jobs. Unemployment rate rose to 15%. It was terrible. And so what we had to do was try to put things back together again. And that's exactly what we began to do. We created 15,000 new jobs. We brought out a position where we have 800,000 new manufacturing jobs. But there's more to be done. There's more to be done. Working class people are still in trouble. I come from Scranton, Pennsylvania. I come from households where the kitchen tables and things weren't able to be met during the month. It was a problem. The price of eggs, the price of gas, the price of housing, the price of a whole range of things. That's why I'm working so hard to make sure I deal with those problems. And we're going to make sure that we reduce the price of housing. We're going to make sure we build 2 million new units.
What's up, everybody? My bad.
So
My fucking
corporate
phone's
can't
stupid.
take over. The combination.
My husband and son went to the store, so they'll be right back.
In addition to that, we're in a situation where if you take a look at all that was done in his administration, he didn't do much at all. By the time he left, things were in chaos, literally chaos. And so we put things back together. We created, I said, those jobs. We make sure we had a situation where we brought down the price of prescription drugs, which is a major issue for many people, to $15 for an insulin shot as opposed to $400. No senior has to pay more than $200 for any drug, all the drugs they can include beginning next year. In a situation we're going to make that available to everybody, all Americans. So we're working to bring down the price around the kitchen table, and that's what we're going to get done.
Thank you, President Trump.
We have the greatest economy in the history of our country.
I don't see her. Is she in here?
Never done so well.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Other countries were copying us. We got hit with COVID, and when we did, we spent the money necessary so we wouldn't end up in a Great Depression, the likes of which we had in 1929. By the time we finished, so we did a great job. We got a lot of credit for the economy, a lot of credit for the military, and no wars, and so many other things. Everything was rocking good. But the thing we never got the credit for, and we should have, is getting us out of that COVID mess. He created mandates that was a disaster for our country. But other than that, we had given them back a country where the stock market actually was higher than pre-COVID, and nobody thought that was even possible. The only jobs he created are for illegal immigrants and bounce back jobs, the bounce back from the COVID. He has not done a good job. He's done a poor job, and inflation's killing our country. It is absolutely killing us.
Thank you, President Biden.
Oh, look, the greatest economy in the world. I think he's the only one who thinks that. I think I don't know anybody else who thinks that.
What's up, everybody?
The greatest economy in the world. And, the fact of the matter is that we find ourselves in a situation where his economy, he rewarded the wealthy. He had the largest tax cut in American history. $2 trillion. He raised a deficit larger than any president has in any one term. He's the only president other than Herbert Hoover who's lost more jobs than he had when he began. Since Herbert
What's
Hoover.
up, Richard?
The idea that he did something that was significant. And the military, when he was president, they were still killing people in Afghanistan. He didn't do anything about that. When he was president, we still find ourselves in a position where we had a notion that we were this safe country. The truth is, I'm the only president this century that doesn't have this decade, that doesn't have any troops dying anywhere in the world like he did.
President Trump, I want to follow up if I can. You want
to respond to him?
Well, I'm going to ask you a follow-up. You can do whatever you want with the minute that we give you. I want to follow up. You want to impose a 10% tariff on all goods coming into the U.S. How will you ensure that that doesn't drive prices even higher?
Not going to drive them higher. It's just going to cost countries that have been ripping us off for years, like China and many others, in all fairness to China. It's going to just force them to pay us a lot of money, reduce our deficit tremendously, and give us a lot of power for other things. But he made a statement. The only thing he was right about is I gave you the largest tax cut in history. I also gave you the largest regulation cut in history. That's why we had all the jobs. And the jobs went down and then they bounced back, and he's taking credit for bounce back jobs. You can't do that. He also said he inherited 9% inflation. Now, he inherited almost no inflation, and it stayed that way for 14 months. And then it blew up under his leadership because they spent money like a bunch of people that didn't know what they were doing, and they don't know what they were doing. It was the worst, probably the worst administration in history. There's never been. And as far as Afghanistan is concerned, I was getting out of Afghanistan, but we're getting out with dignity, with strength, with power. He got out. It was the most embarrassing day in the history of our country's life.
President Trump, over the last 8 years, under both of your administrations, the national debt soared to record highs. And according to a new nonpartisan analysis, President Trump, your administration approved $8.4 trillion in new debt. Well, so far, President Biden, you've approved $4.3 trillion in new debt. So, former President Trump, many of the tax cuts that you signed into law are set to expire next year. You want to extend them and go even further, you say. With the U.S. facing trillion-dollar deficits and record debt, why should top earners and corporations pay even less in taxes than they do now?
Because the tax cuts spurred the greatest economy that we've ever seen just prior to COVID. And even after COVID, it was so strong that we were able to get through COVID much better than just about any other country. But we spurred, that tax spurred. Now, when we cut the taxes, as an example, the corporate tax was cut down to 21% from 39%, plus beyond that. We took in more revenue with much less tax, and companies were bringing back trillions of dollars back into our country. The country was going like never before, and we were ready to start paying down debt. We were ready to start using the liquid gold right under our feet, the oil and gas right under our feet. We were going to have something that nobody else has had. We got hit with COVID. We did a lot to fix it. I gave him an unbelievable situation with all of the therapeutics and all of the things that we came up with. We gave him something great. Remember, more people died under his administration, even though we had largely fixed it. More people died under his administration than our administration, and we were right in the middle of it, something which a lot of people don't like to talk about. But
does Biden have Botox?
In his administration, he did the mandate, which
I don't
is a
know.
disaster, mandating it. When the
Sorry.
vaccine went out, he did a mandate on the vaccine, which is the thing that people most objected to about the vaccine. And he did a very poor job, just a very poor job. And I will tell you, not only poor there, but throughout the entire world, we're no longer respected as a country. They don't respect our leadership. They don't respect the United States anymore. We're like a third world nation between weaponization of his election, trying to go after his political opponent, all of the things he's done. We've become like a third world nation, and it's a shame. The damage he's done to our country. And I'd love to ask him, and will, why he allowed millions of people to come in here from prisons, jails, and mental institutions to come into our country and destroy our country.
President Trump, we will get to immigration later in this block. President Biden, I want to give you an opportunity to respond to this question about the national debt.
He had the largest national debt of any president.
Yeah,
before you.
Biden looks fucking horrible.
Number two, he got $2 trillion tax cut
God damn.
benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. I mean, billionaires in America. And what's happening? They're in a situation where
What's up, Howard?
they in fact pay 8.2% in taxes. If they just paid 24%, 25%, either one of those numbers, then they'd raise $500 million, billion dollars, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with.
Get together, motherfucker.
Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Was right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare because all of these people are coming in. They're putting them on Medicare. They're putting them on Social Security. They're going to destroy Social Security. This man is going to single-handedly destroy Social Security. These millions and millions of people coming in, they're trying to put them on Social Security. He will wipe out Social Security. He will wipe out Medicare. So he was right in the way he finished that sentence, and it's a shame. What's happened to our country in the last 4 years is not to be believed. Foreign countries, I'm friends with a lot of people.
Come on, Democrats. Can't you put somebody else up?
They no longer respect it. They don't like us. We give them everything they want, and they think we're stupid. They think we're very stupid people. What we're doing for other countries, and they do nothing for us.
I'm glad my
What this
husband's
man
not
has
here at the
done
moment. He
is
ran to the store. He had
absolutely
to
criminal.
step with my son real quick.
Thank you, President Trump. Dan?
This is the first
He could have ate that
presidential
shit up right
election
there.
since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. This
Yeah,
morning,
let's go.
the court ruled on yet another abortion case, temporarily allowing emergency abortions to continue in Idaho, despite that state's restrictive ban. Former President Trump, you take credit for the decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, which returned the issue of abortion to the states.
Correct.
However, the federal government still plays a role in whether or not women have access to abortion pills. They're used in about 2/3 of all abortions. As president, would you block abortion medication?
First of all, the Supreme Court just approved the abortion bill, and I agree with their decision to have done that, and I will not block it.
You better not, motherfucker.
If you look
You
at
better
this
answer that shit
whole
quick.
question that you're asking, a complex but not really complex. 51 years ago, we had Roe v. Wade, and everybody wanted to get it back to the states. Everybody, without exception. Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservatives, everybody wanted it back. Religious leaders. And what I did is I put 3 great Supreme Court justices on the court, and they happened to vote in favor of
And you're a
killing
piece
Roe
of
v.
shit.
Wade and moving it back to the states. This is
Yeah, and now the
something that
states with the
everybody
religious
wanted.
fucking gurus
10
get to
years
do
ago,
whatever the
so
fuck
they
they
started
want.
talking about how many weeks and how many this, and getting into other things. But every legal scholar throughout the world, the most respected, wanted it brought back to the states. I did that. Now the states are working it out. If you look at Ohio, it was a decision that was an end result that was a little bit more liberal than you would have thought. Kansas, I would say the same thing. Texas is different. Florida is different. But they're all making their own decisions right now. And right now, the states control it. That's the vote of the people. Like Ronald Reagan, I believe in the
Yeah, well, our
exceptions.
people
I
voted
believe.
still fighting.
And frankly, I think it's important to believe in the exceptions. Some people, you have to follow your heart. Some people don't believe in that. But I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother. I think it's very important. Some people don't. Follow your heart. But you have to get elected also. And because that has to do with other things. You got to get elected. The problem they have is they're radical because they will take the life of a child in the 8th month, the 9th month, and even after birth. After birth, if you
No,
look at the
it's not.
former governor of Virginia, he was willing to do this. He said, we'll put the baby aside and we'll determine what we do with the baby, meaning we'll kill the baby. What happened is we brought it back to the states, and the country is now coming together on this issue. It's been a great thing.
Thank you. President Biden?
It's been a
fucking
terrible
idiot.
thing.
But
what
a
you've done.
terrible thing.
The fact is that the vast majority of constitutional scholars supported Roe when it was decided. Supported Roe. And that's this idea that they're all against it is just ridiculous. And this is the guy who says the state should be able to have it. We're in a state where in 6 weeks, you don't even know whether you're pregnant or not, but you cannot see
Right.
Dr. Henry and have him decide on what your circumstances are, whether you need help. The idea that states are able to do this. is
Yeah,
what
most
I'm
women
saying.
don't know they're
We're gonna
pregnant at
turn
6
civil
weeks.
rights back to the states, but each state had a different rule. Look, there's so many young women who have been, including the young woman who just was murdered, and he went to the funeral. The idea that she was murdered by an immigrant coming in, they talk about that. But here's the deal: there's a lot of young women being raped by their in-laws, by their spouses, brothers and sisters. It's just ridiculous, and they can do nothing about it. And they try to arrest them when they cross state lines.
Thank you.
There have been many young women murdered by the same people he allows to come across our border.
Exactly,
We have a border
Christy.
that's
No
an
one ever said
endangered
after
place
fucking birth.
anywhere
They're
in the world.
idiots.
It's
That's
an
murder,
endangered
clearly,
place
if you
anywhere
kill
in
a
the world.
born
And
infant.
he opened it up, and these killers are coming into our country.
And they don't do late term abortions unless it's that the mom's gonna die or some shit like that. So, again,
is now back with the states. The
they want
states
people to
are voting.
believe all the bullshit.
In many cases, it's frankly a very liberal decision. In many cases, it's the opposite. But they're voting, and it's bringing it back to the vote of the people, which is what everybody wanted, including the founders, if they knew about this issue, which frankly they didn't. But they would have. Everybody wanted brought back. Ronald Reagan wanted it brought back. He wasn't able to get it. Everybody wanted it brought back, and many presidents had tried to get it back, I was the one to do it. And again, this gives it the vote of the people, and that's where they wanted it. Every legal scholar wanted it that way.
Staying on the topic of abortion, President Biden, 7 states, I'll let you do that. This is the same topic. 7 states have no legal restrictions on how far into a pregnancy a woman can obtain an abortion. Do you support any legal limits on how late a woman should be able to terminate a pregnancy?
I support Roe v. Wade, which had 3 trimesters. First time is between the woman and the doctor. Second time is between the doctor and an extreme situation. The third time is between the doctor, between the woman and the state. The idea that the politicians, that the founders wanted the politicians to be the ones making decisions about women's health is ridiculous.
Right.
That's the last. No politician is making that decision. A doctor should be making those decisions.
Right.
That's how it should be run. That's what you're going to do.
The woman and the
Finally,
doctor.
I'm going to restore Roe v. Wade.
So that means he can take the life of the baby in the 9th month.
Why don't you restore Roe v. Wade right now? If you have the power to do it, if you get elected,
Again, the governor, former governor of Virginia, put the baby down, then we decide.
which
what
can
to
he even
with
do
it.
that?
So
Because if he can do that, why the fuck didn't he do it this first
rip
term?
the baby out of the womb in the 9th month and kill the baby. Nobody wants that to happen. Democrat or Republican, nobody wants it to happen.
No one's killing babies.
True. Roe v. Wade does not provide for that. That's not the circumstance. Only woman's life is in danger. She's going to die. That's the only circumstance in which that can happen. But we are not for late-term abortion, period. Period, period.
Under Roe v. Wade, you have late-term abortion. You can do whatever you want, depending on the state. You can. Do
It's
whatever
because
you
when a
want.
woman or the baby is in
But I
danger,
think
you
it's a
fucking
radical thing.
clown.
We think the Democrats are the radicals, not the Republicans.
For 51 years, that was the law. 51 years, constitutional scholarship.
Exactly. Only if and they're using these exceptions that if a woman or the baby's dying and all this other shit is going on where they have to do an emergency situation like that. Nobody's going to their doctors like, hey, I'm 9 months pregnant. Yeet this feet. Like, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Elected, and the MAGA Republicans control the Congress, and they pass a universal ban on abortion, period, across the board at 6 weeks or 7 or 8 or 10 weeks. Something very, very conservative. Is he going to sign that bill? I'll veto it. He'll sign it.
Thank you.
Let's turn now to the issue of immigration.
Could he have
A record
brought
number of
Roe v.
migrants have
Where was
illegally
fuck? I
crossed
can't
the
even
southern
talk. I'm so
border.
aggravated right now. I can't even talk.
Overwhelming border states.
Okay,
in
hold on, wait. I'll wait
cities
for this.
such as New York and Chicago, and in some cases causing real safety and security concerns. Given that,
Here we
why should
go.
voters trust you to solve this crisis?
Because we worked very hard to get a bipartisan agreement that not only changed all of that, but made sure that we are in a situation where you had no circumstance where they can come across the border with the number of border police there are now. We should increase.
Why
the
you
number
too,
of
Vinny?
asylum. By the way, the Border Patrol endorsed my position. In addition to that, we found ourselves in a situation where when he was president, he was separating babies from their mothers, putting them in cages.
That is true. Trump did that. But by the way, all the presidents
That's
put
not
people in
the way to
cages.
go. What I've done since I've changed the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border legally. It's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative.
Stop fucking stuttering.
With more border patrol and more asylum.
Somebody needs to be standing under the podium randomly and just squeeze them.
At the end of this, and I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, we had the safest border in the
I knew,
history of
you
our
know he's
country.
gonna take shots.
The border- all he had to
Listen,
do was leave.
Cheeto.
All he had to do is leave it. He decided to open up our border, open up our country to people that are from prisons, people that are from mental institutions and state asylum, terrorists. We have the largest number of terrorists coming into our country right now. All terrorists, all over the world.
Well, if you know they're all terrorists, why don't you go get
All
them?
over the world, they come from the Middle East.
What about the
everywhere.
domestic
All over
terrorism?
the world, they're pouring in. And this guy just left it open, and he didn't need legislation.
We'll get a debate,
He's
even if
not
I
need
debate with him.
legislation. Let's just close the border. We have the safest border in history. In that final couple of months of my presidency, we had, according to Border Patrol, who is great, and by the way, who endorsed me for president, but I won't say that, but they endorsed me for president. Brandon, just speak to him. But look, we had the
He just
safest border
called
in
him.
history. Now we have the worst border in history.
He's such
There's
a
never been
cocksucker.
anything
I
like
can't
it.
stand
And
you.
people are dying all over the place, including the people that are coming out.
Thank you, President Trump. President Biden?
The only terrorists who've done anything across the border is one who came along and killed three, under his administration, killed an Al-Qaeda person coming in his administration, killed three.
My husband is gonna roast Joe Biden.
killed three
I know he is.
That's the only terrorist that's there. I'm not saying there's no terrorists ever got to, but the idea they're emptying their prisons, we're welcoming these people, that's simply not true. There's no data to support what he said. Once again, he's exaggerating, he's lying.
President Trump, staying on the topic of immigration, you said that you're going to carry out, quote, the largest domestic deportation operation.
Yeah, well, you did all that and you're late. Bring your ass in here. Come on. He's got a red, white, blue hat. I ought to smack you.
Including those whose spouses are citizens, and including those who have lived here for decades. And if so, how will you do
He's
it?
such a dork.
Just 1 second, he said we killed 3 people. The people we killed are al-Baghdadi and Soleimani, the 2 greatest terrorists, biggest terrorists anywhere in the world. And it had a huge impact on everything, not just border, on everything. He's the one that killed people with the bad water, including hundreds of thousands of people dying, and also killing our citizens when they come in. We are living right now in a rat's nest. They're killing our people in New York, in California, in every state in the union, because we don't have borders anymore. Every state is now a border. And because of his ridiculous, insane, and very stupid policies, people are coming in and they're killing our citizens at a level that we've never seen. We call it migrant crime. I call it Biden migrant crime. They're killing our citizens at a level that we've never seen before.
Yo,
And you're
Biden was
reading it
horrible.
with these 3 incredible young girls over the last few days. One of them, I just spoke to the mother, and they just had the funeral for this girl, 12 years old. This is horrible what's taken place. What's taken place in our country, we're literally an uncivilized country now. He doesn't want it to be. He just doesn't know. He opened the borders. Nobody's ever seen anything like. And we have to get a lot of these people out, or we have to get them out fast, because they're going to destroy our country. Just take a look at where they're living. They're living in luxury hotels in New York City and other places. Our veterans are on the street. They're dying because he doesn't care about our veterans. He doesn't care. He doesn't like the military at all. And he doesn't care about our veterans. Nobody been worse. I had the highest approval rating for veterans taking care of the VA. He has the worst. He's gotten rid of all the things that I approved. Joyce, that I got through Congress, but all of the different things I approved, they abandoned. We had by far the highest, and now it's down in less than half, because he's done all these great things that we did. And I think he did it just because I approved it, which is crazy. But he has killed so many people at our border by allowing all of these people to come in. And it's a very sad day in America.
President Biden, you have the mic.
Every single thing he said is a lie. Every single one. For example, veterans are a hell of a lot better off since I passed the PACT. 1 million of them now have insurance, and their families have it. Their families have it because what happened, whether it was Agent Orange or burn pits, they're all being covered now. And his group opposed that. We're also in a situation where we have great respect for veterans. My son spent a year in Iraq. And they were right next to one of those burn pits, came back with stage 4 glioblastoma. I was recently in France for D-Day, and I spoke to all about those heroes that died. I went to the World War II cemetery, World War I cemetery he refused to go to. He was standing there as 4-star general, and he told me, he said, I don't want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers and suckers. My son was not a loser. He's not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
President Trump?
First of all, that was a made-up quote, suckers and losers. They made it up. It was in a third-rate magazine that's failing, like many of these magazines. He made that up. He put it in commercials. We've notified him. We had 19 people that said I didn't say it. And think of this. Who would say I'm at a cemetery or I'm talking about our veterans? Because nobody's taking better care. I'm so glad this came up, and he brought it up. There's nobody that's taken better care of our soldiers than I have. To think that I would, in front of generals and others, say suckers and losers. We have 19 people that said it was never said by me. It was made up by him, just like Russia was made up, just like the 51 intelligence agents are made up, just like the new thing with the 16 economists are talking. It's the same thing. 51 intelligence agents said that the laptop was Russia disinformation. It wasn't. That came from his son, Hunter. It wasn't Russia disinformation. He made up the suckers and losers, so he should apologize to me right now.
4-star general standing your side who's on your staff who said you said it, period. That's number one. And number two, the idea the idea that I have to apologize to you for anything along the line. We've done more for veterans than any president has in American history. American history. And
Huh?
now are in their family. The only sacred obligation we have as a country is to care for our veterans when they come home and their families and equip them when they go to war. That's what we're doing. That's what the VA is doing now. They're doing more for veterans than ever before in our history.
All right, thank you so much.
Let's move to the topic of foreign policy. I want to begin with Russia's war against Ukraine, which is now in its third year. Former President Trump, Russian President Vladimir Putin says he'll only end
With
this
my
war
bikini.
if Russia keeps the Ukrainian territory it has already claimed and Ukraine abandons its bid to join NATO. Are Putin's terms acceptable to you?
First of all, our veterans and our soldiers can't stand this guy. They can't stand him. They think he's the worst commander in chief, if that's what you call him, that we've ever had. They can't stand him. So let's get that straight. And they like me more than just about any of them. And that's based on every single bit of information. As far as Russia and Ukraine,
That's a bacon
if we
ranch
had a real president, the
That's-
president that knew that was respected by Putin,
with no ketchup.
he would have never invaded Ukraine.
Yeah, that's
A
right.
lot of people are dead right now, much more than people know. You know, they talk about numbers. You can double those numbers, maybe triple those
Ready.
numbers.
What do you think about
He
those
did
guys
nothing
that are
to stop
going
it.
to
In fact, I encouraged Russia from going in.
Yes.
I'll tell you what happened. He was so bad with Afghanistan.
Don't even
It was
crazy.
such a horrible embarrassment, most embarrassing moment in the history of our country.
He's checking
And
out.
when Putin watched that and he saw the
Oh,
incompetence.
I'm glad you were here a few minutes ago. I was like, oh, Curtis will light his ass up. I was like,
He's got no love lost, but he should have fired those generals. No general got fired for the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, Afghanistan, where we left billions of dollars of equipment behind. We lost 13 beautiful soldiers, and 38 soldiers were obliterated. And by the way, we left people behind too. We left
last time
American
he texted
citizens
me
behind.
was
When Putin saw that, he said, "You know what? I think we're going to go in and maybe take
He said
my."
he's taking a
This
nap.
was his dream.
yeah, but
I
he was
talked to
supposed
him
to wake
about
up
it.
for
His
his dad
dream.
to pick
The
him up.
difference is he
And-
never would have invaded
He hasn't texted me.
Ukraine.
so-
Never. And just like Israel would have never been invaded in a million years by Hamas. You know why? Because Iran was broke with me. I wouldn't let anybody do business with them. They ran out of money. They were broke. They had no money for Hamas. They had no money for anything.
100%
No
correct.
money for terror. That's why you had no terror at all during my administration. This place, the whole world is blowing up under him.
President Biden?
I've never heard so much malarkey in my whole life. Look, the fact of the matter is that we're in a situation where, let's take the last point first. Iran attacked American troops, caused brain damage for a number of these troops.
That's why I
and he
got to
did
your
nothing
face.
about it. They said, remember, he was president. They
I
attacked.
know he's talking,
He
so
said
I was
they're
like,
just
oh, boy, here we
idiots.
go.
That's all it is. And he didn't do a thing when the attack took place, number one. Number two, we got over
He's such a
100,000
jackass. Look
Americans
at him.
and others out.
That's your fucking
Afghanistan
zaddy.
during that area. Number three, we find
You
ourselves in a
walking on
situation where if you take a look at what Trump did in Ukraine, this guy told Ukraine, he told Trump, do
No,
whatever
he is
you
not
want.
Jesus.
Do whatever you want. And that's
Don't
exactly
do not
what Trump
insult
did.
Jesus. Jesus hangs out with
Encourage
cool
you to do
people.
whatever you want.
The murderers, the
And
drunks, the
listen to what he
whores.
said when
He
he
don't
did.
hang out with
We're
fucking
gonna
clowns
take
like
Cuba
you.
in 5
He was
years,
rapping his
remember?
golf cart
It
the
was
other
part
day.
of the old Soviet Union. That's what he wanted to reestablish. Key. And he, in fact, didn't do it at all. He
It's
didn't
naturally,
do
it just,
He
he says stupid shit. I just,
It
it
lost
just happens.
thousands and thousands of troops.
Benny said he likes your hat. Benny's awesome. Benny's a really cool guy.
President Trump,
I understood
Trump told you from the
for 1
board.
minute, I just want to go back to my
You know
original
it.
question, which is.
He said he
Putin's
likes your hat, not
terms
your president.
acceptable to you? Keeping the territory.
You know those hand to
No,
hand.
they're not
No,
acceptable.
I don't.
Fellas rule.
This is a war that never should have started. If we had a leader in this war, he let everybody alone.
Yeah, well, we know he can't say he was in the black church no more. The black church had never white people in it.
To Ukraine, he's given $200 billion. That's a lot of money. I don't think there's ever been anything like it. Every time that Zelensky comes to this country, he walks away with $60 billion. He's the greatest salesman ever. And I'm not knocking him. I'm not knocking anything. I'm only saying the money that we're spending on this war, and we shouldn't be spending.
I'm
It
sorry,
should have never happened.
Don. Lots
I
of
will
prayers and
have
good
that
energy
war
to you, beautiful.
settled between Putin and Zelensky as president-elect before I take office on January 20th. I'll have that war settled.
No,
People being killed so needlessly, so stupidly, and I will get it settled, and I'll get it settled fast
you
before
are
I
not
take
doing
office.
this to my birthday again, fucker.
The fact is
January
that
20th, he's like, I will become president January 20th. I said, no, you're not doing this on my fucking birthday again. goddamn. Yeah, it's a special day. It's my day.
Was part of the Soviet Empire,
Listen,
not just a
It
piece.
is
not
your
all of
it is
Ukraine.
my day.
That's what
Your
you want.
birthday,
And my birthday
our
is
anniversary,
right.
our blessing.
No, something got nothing to do with it. The fuck?
He does now.
No, he doesn't.
So if we win the war, we ought to find out what
We
he's
got
going to do, because
I'll
if
tie
in
that.
fact he
Make it work.
does what he says, he
Joking,
walks
you do.
away. By the way, where that money we give Ukraine, if
What?
it's we make here in the United States, we give them the weapons.
Oh, babe, did you know I found out today there are
And
flying?
our NATO
flies.
allies produce as much.
Yeah, that's what I
funding
said.
for Ukraine as we have. That's why it's. that's
No,
why
not
it's
flying
so-
flies. Flying ants.
Thank you.
What
Oh.
did they fly?
Oh, like you flying flies, yeah.
Israel.
Oh, flying, they were flying.
People and taking some hostages. Among those held and got his
I ain't even fucking
Americans. Israel's response.
I said
has
that
no
shit so
doubt
serious,
in
too.
the
I was like, babe,
military countries in Gaza. President Biden, you
Oh my fucking God.
She love like
this conflict.
Babe, Babe, do you know flies fly?
Hostages, and Israel is
Just found
continuing
out
its military offensive in Gaza. So what additional leverage will you use to get
No, ants fly.
to end the war? You have 2 minutes.
I found out today that ants fly.
Everyone from the United Nations.
And they will sting you too. And they're called ant flies.
Straight through the G7 to the Israelis and Netanyahu himself have endorsed the plan to put forward. Endorsed the plan to put forward. This was 3 stages
Christina
to
said, yes,
The first
flying
thing
ants
is
and
to
termites look alike flying ants.
hostages for
I know what
for
termites look
ceasefire.
like. This
Second
was a
phase is
big
the
flying
ceasefire
ant.
with additional conditions. The
All
third
right,
phase
you gotta
is
listen.
no, the end of the
That
war.
was funny.
Everyone wants the war to continue in Hamas.
Babe, you know flies fly? I thought I was I'm
We're
such a
still
fucking
pushing
dork.
hard to get them to accept. In the meantime, what's happened in Israel? We find us that the only thing I've denied Israel was 2,000-pound
Trauma
bombs.
brain
They
is
don't
very
work
real.
very well in populated areas. They kill a lot of innocent people. We provide Israel with all the weapons they need when they need them. And
So
by the
bad.
way, I'm the guy that organized the world against Iran when they had a full-blown intercontinental
Oh.
attack on Israel. No one was hurt.
It was like what 2 or 3 questions you didn't even finish. I was like, God damn, Biden, I don't even fuck with you. But get it together,
We
homie.
saved Israel. We are the biggest.
where's this clone at? They're talking about his clone. Where's this clone?
And so that's
Looks like these ones.
Some modesty big sticking him in his ass.
We continue to send our experts and I'm telling people so how they can get Hamas like we did Bin Laden.
Can you guys hear us while we're talking?
Greatly weakened Hamas. Greatly weakened, and they should be.
'Cause I know the
They should
TV's
be
up pretty
eliminated.
loud.
But you've got to be careful for using certain weapons among population centers.
Yeah, you're the devil.
Going back to Ukraine for 1 second. We have an ocean separating us. The European nations together have spent 100 billion or maybe
Okay,
more
good.
than that, less than us. Why doesn't he call them and say, you got to put up your money like I did with NATO? I got them to put up hundreds of billions of dollars. The Secretary General of NATO said Trump did the most incredible job I've ever
Awesome.
seen. They wouldn't have any, they were going out of business. We were spending almost 100%
Look at him. Look at his
of money
fucking
was
face.
paid by us.
I was like, does he get
How do you do
Botox?
that?
That's a bad Botox job.
You gotta ask these people to put up the money.
He looks like he has
We're over
horns. You
$100
see it?
billion more spent, and it has a bigger impact.
But he
on
also
them
looks like he's got
because
horns.
of
They
the
both got
nation,
horns.
Because we have an ocean in
They
between.
the
You
devil.
gotta ask them as far as.
He gonna say, does he walk on water? No, he don't walk on no fucking water.
Israel's the one
Fuck.
that's good. He said the only one who wants to keep going is Hamas. Actually, Israel is the one, and you should let him go and let him finish the job. He doesn't want to do it. He's become
I
like
need
a
some wine,
Palestinian,
Zaddy.
but they don't
That
like
shows
him
Zaddy
because
all
he's a very bad Palestinian.
Turn
He's
this
a weak
bottle of
one.
wine, please.
President Biden, you have a minute.
Turn this full. It's a good thing we ain't got money because I'd beat you up if you was sending us any money.
The idea that
I'd
we
have to go
have
take those domestic violence classes.
maybe
I
a big ocean, but
didn't have to take them with them. Long time ago. I may or may not have had to take some DV classes.
We have an Article 5 agreement. Attack on one is attack on all. You want to start to
That's
get
because
the
I
word
got
keep
caught
talking
for
about, go
fighting
ahead.
back. That's
Let
what
Putin
fucking
go
reason.
ahead and control Ukraine
just
and then move
went
on
crazy,
to Poland
that's all.
and other places. It happens then. He has no idea what the hell he's
Look at-
talking about. By the way, I got 50 other nations around the world to support Ukraine, including Japan and South Korea. Because they understand that this kind of dislocation is a serious threat to the whole world peace. No major war in Europe has ever been able to.
He's such a
continue
dickhead because he can say stupid
President
shit with his
Trump, just
face
to
without
follow
saying
up,
nothing. I
would
know
you
because
support
I
the
have that
creation
talent
of
as
an
well.
independent Palestinian
I can
state
cuss
in
you
order
out
to
and make you
achieve
feel like
peace in the region?
nothing and don't even have to say shit to
we
you.
do that, the problem we have is that we spend all the money.
Restless bitch
So
face.
the
Yeah, I got
cost of
that.
trade, I make good trade deals with the European nations. Because if you
Why-
add them
why
up,
are you
they're
getting
about
what
the
we're
same size economically. Their economy is about the same size as the United States. And they were no cars, they don't want anything that we have. But we're supposed to take their cars, their food, their everything, their agriculture. I changed that. The big thing I changed is they don't want to pay. And the only reason that he can play games with NATO is because I got them to put up hundreds of billions of dollars. I said, and he's right about this. I said, no, I'm not going to support NATO if you don't pay. They asked me that question. Would you guard us against Russia at a very secret meeting of the 28 states at that time, nations at that time? And they said, no, if you don't pay,
I
we
want.
won't do that. And you know what happened? Billions and billions of dollars.
I will have
came
to say,
flowing
hey,
in the
Satan,
next
how are
day,
you
in the
doing?
next months.
Satan. They look like I got
We're in the
horns.
same position.
If you,
We're
you're
paying
probably
over
watching it, I'm
billions.
sure.
Let's
They
turn to the issue
look
of
at their foreheads
democracy.
right here.
Former President
Both
Trump.
of them.
I want to ask you about January 6, 2021. After you rallied your supporters that day, some of them stormed the Capitol to stop the constitutionally mandated counting of
Get the
electoral
fuck out of
votes.
here.
You swore an oath
He didn't have nothing to do with
preserve,
that.
protect, and defend.
So you don't
the
think his
Constitution. What do you
gaslighting
say to
and
voters
all
who
the shit
believe
that
that you
shouldn't
violated
play
that
nonsense. What
through
do you
your
say,
actions and
advice?
inaction on January 6th and worry that you'll do it again?
There was a lot of people
Everybody
that
believes that. And let me say about
misunderstood what he was
January
saying
6th.
and took it
Get
upon
the fuck out of
himself.
January
here.
6th.
Okay.
We had a
He
great
went home.
voter.
He didn't have
He wasn't home.
Very
He
few.
was sitting there.
On January 6th,
Everybody was begging him to tell him to stop, and he was like, "Fuck y'all, I'm gonna do what I want."
We had the lowest regulations ever. On January 6th, we were respected all over the world.
Come on, man.
All over the world, we were respected. And then he comes in, and we're now laughed at. We're like a bunch of stupid people.
Oh, we were laughed at while you were in
What happened
office
to the
as
United
well.
States' reputation under this man's leadership is
Get to the
horrible,
police shit. That's what I
including
want to hear. You said the
weaponization,
women's
which I'm
rights
sure at
shit.
some point you'll be
I want to
talking
hear about the
about,
police shit.
where he goes after his political opponent because he can't beat him fair and square.
You have 80 seconds left. My question was, what do you say to those voters who believe that
It's
you
going
violated
better than I
your
thought it would. I
constitutional
thought by
oath
now
through your
for
actions
sure
and
be
inaction
like,
on January
well,
6,
he's not gonna stay
2021,
all right.
and worry that you'll do it again?
Well, I didn't say that to anybody. I said peacefully and patriotically. And Nancy Pelosi, if you just watched the news from 2 days ago, on tape to her daughter, who's a documentary filmmaker, they say, but she's saying, oh no, it's my responsibility. I was responsible for this. Because I offered her 10,000 soldiers or National Guard, and she turned them down. And the mayor in writing, by the way, the mayor in writing turned it down, the mayor of DC. They turned it down. I offered 10,000 because I could see I had virtually nothing to do. They asked me to go make a speech. I could see what was happening. Everybody was saying they're going to be there on January 6th. They're going to be there. And I said, you know what? There's a lot of people coming. You could feel it. You could feel it too. And you
You
could
knew
feel it.
they were
And I
coming.
said, they ought to have some National Guard or whatever. And I offered it to her. And she now admits that she
Yeah, they
turned
should
it
have
down.
something.
And it was the same day she was, I don't know, she can't be very happy with her daughter because it made her into a liar. She said, I take full responsibility for January 6th.
Yeah, not in the way that she put the orders in for it to fucking happen that day. Because she's a fucking, wasn't she like the house person or whatever at that time? So yeah, she's gonna take responsibility in that aspect of it.
Begging, being
Probably, I
begged
guess. I
by
don't
his
know.
vice president.
Probably because she did say no. I don't know. I don't know.
To do something, to call for stop, to end it. Instead, they've talked about these big patriots and great patrons of
Yeah, yeah,
America.
some of it's what?
He says they're not forgive them for what they've done.
Is you speaking
He's been
English?
convicted. He says he wants to commit their sentences and say, no. He went to every single court in the nation. I don't know how many cases, scores of cases, including the Supreme Court. And they said, no,
Come on,
this
you can do it.
guy is responsible for doing what he's doing.
I feel like everybody's like, come on, Joe, you can get the whole sentence out. He's like not finished like 3 or 4 of the words.
Should be the ones that are being held
And then
accountable.
Jackass over here, you know, he jumps right on it.
And now he says that he is again such a whiner that he is. They think we have a bloodbath.
Thank you,
Yeah.
President Biden. President Trump?
what they've done to some people that are so innocent, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. What you have done, how you've destroyed the lives of so many people. When they ripped down Portland, when they ripped down many other cities, you go to Minnesota, Minneapolis, what they've done there.
What do you think's gonna happen
with the
if you
fires
pardon
all over the
Chavez?
city, if I didn't bring in the National Guard,
What
that
you
city
think
would
gonna
have been
happen, baby?
destroyed. When you
What you
look at
think me and
all
my
of the
people all around the
they
world is
took
gonna do
over
if
big
he
chunks of
pardons?
Seattle. I was all
those
set to
killers?
bring in the National Guard. They heard that. They saw them coming and they left immediately. What he
It's
said
gonna
about
go down like
this whole
Donkey
subject
Kong.
is so wrong.
That's what's gonna happen.
Peacefully patriotic. One of the things,
What you think?
the
Them motherfuckers, they
committee,
gonna come
which
and
is
it ain't gonna,
basically two horrible
whether I like
Republicans
it or
and
not, it ain't gonna be
governors
people
that
from
had
it.
office,
You know what I mean?
and
Like
Democrats,
motherfuckers is gonna go.
Democrats.
Cause that's what he said. He
Destroyed
said he will
and
pardon.
deleted all
Yeah.
of the information they found because they
And I'm
thought
like, so
we
are
were
you
right.
trying to do that
We were
to
right.
then get everybody to go crazy?
Destroyed
We all
all
know
the
that's gonna
information.
happen.
They
It's
should
gonna
go
make
to jail
2020
for
look
that.
like a
The
Disney park. You know that.
Republicans
I know.
are
You married to a fucking
President
widow,
Biden, I want to give you a minute.
The
honey.
only person
Yeah,
who's
he
still
did that
a
shit.
convicted felon is the man I'm looking at right now. And the fact of
Then
the
he's
matter
gonna
is,
put in,
he's
what is that one
it's-
thing?
what he's telling you is simply not true. The fact
No,
is
well, that too. If he does
there's
that,
no
like,
effort
I
on
just,
his part
that's
to
what
stop
fucking
what's
kills
going
me.
on up in
And
Capitol
listen,
Hill.
I don't think all,
Everyone was convicted. To serve
I'd like
as
to
a
believe that
convicted.
all, I
The
can't say I
idea
don't
that
think,
they didn't
I
kill
like to
somebody
somewhat
just
believe
because
that
they
all
broke down
cops are
doors,
not bad.
broke
But
the
either way,
windows,
I'm not ready to live in a
occupied
society where
offices,
there's
turned over
nobody there to
desks,
help. Now, I wish we could get better. We need to
idea
clean these fucking
that
things
those
up, get
people
right
are
people in there.
patriots?
'Cause
Come on.
I've known people that
Let me
were,
ask
you know what I
first
mean? Like,
two
I
debates
never,
we
they
had,
never did
debates we
anything
had
fucking wrong.
first
They
time
did their,
around.
they helped. They
I said,
truly
you
fucking helped.
denounced the
I've
power
seen it
board.
with my own
He
eyes.
said, no, I'll tell them to stand by.
But if you
The
give them
idea
full
he's
immunity,
refusing
man,
to denounce these guys.
those the good guys, the good guys will leave.
Or they turn back.
Or well, that too. No, I'm good. They'll turn back 100%. They'll either fucking leave, or they're like, or they're like, fuck
After
you.
a jury convicted you of
Can't beat 'em,
34
join 'em,
felonies
you
last
know,
week,
and
you said
that's
that
all we-
reelected, you would quote, have every right to go after, unquote, your.
Oh, to
political
crusty or
opponents. You
Cheeto
just
and
talked
Orange
about
Dusty. Honey,
members of the
it's a
select
hot
committee
fucking
on
mess.
January 6th going to jail. And your main political opponent
Vinny.
is standing on stage with you
Vinny
tonight.
pots of
Can you
pan for
clarify
president.
exactly what
Fuck
it
it. Let's
means
go.
about you feeling you have every right to go after?
I'll be your VP. We'll get
Well, I
this shit
said
taken care of.
my
All together.
retribution is going to be success. We're going to make this country successful again because right now it's a failing nation.
How many porn
My
stars are you gonna
retribution's
pay off,
be
sir?
Success.
How many
But when he
pussies are
talks
you
about a
grabbing, sir?
convicted felon, his son is a convicted
The
felon.
president?
At a very high level. His son is convicted, going to be convicted probably numerous other times. Should have
But
been
the women
convicted
still love
before,
him.
but his
But the women love him.
Department,
Middle America.
the statute of limitations lapsed. on
True.
most
That
convicted
one, and then he
felons.
likes
But
snipping
he
little
could be a
kids' hair.
convicted felon as soon as he gets out of
That
office.
ugly
Joe could be
thing,
a
and then the
convicted
Botox
felon
dude
with all
likes
of the
snipping children's
things
hair, so
he's
you
done.
stay away
He's
from
done
him.
terrible things. All of
Yeah,
the
he
death
Of course you do,
penalty,
because you're
the
fucking talking to your daddy. Get the
Trump
hell out of here.
Ukrainian
No.
people, we're going to want $1 billion
Biden
to change the
is old.
prosecutor.
Biden is an idiot. I'm not provided either. On my thumbnail, it says
That's quid pro quo.
anybody but Trump and
We're
Biden.
not going to do anything.
Like, I'll vote
We're
for
not
you
gonna
for
do anything
president.
else unless you change
I'd
the
be a pretty
prosecutor
good
having to do with the son. This man is a criminal.
I would be a good
You're
president. I
lucky.
could get
You're lucky. I did
prescription
nothing
of
wrong.
Xanax.
We have a system that was rigged in this country. I did nothing wrong.
Thank you, President Trump. President Biden, you have said, I'm coming right to you, sir. You want to respond? Go ahead. I'll give you a minute to respond.
The idea.
Yeah, he's better.
that I did anything wrong.
I can go ahead and get
What
this.
you're talking about is outrageous. It's super wrong. Number two, the idea that you have a right to seek
Me,
recognition
Stream.
against any American
I can
just
stream.
because you're president is
You
wrong.
might.
It's
Just a
simply
little
wrong.
bit.
No
I'm an
president
angel.
has
I just want to have the phone first.
No
Yeah, you can do that.
president has done that before. Number
If
three,
you were
the
vice
crimes that you are still charged
too
with. Think of all the civil patterns you have.
we have enough kids for everybody to be in office somewhere. That's not.
Or molesting a woman in public, or doing a whole range of things, of having sex with a porn star on the night while your wife was pregnant. I mean, what do you
Paid her off. Look, he said, "Yup." That too.
I didn't have sex with a porn star, number one. Number two, that was a case that was started and moved. They moved a high-ranking official, a DOJ, into the Manhattan DA's office to start that case. That case is going to be appealed and won.
I've never.
They had a very
Pizzagate when the little kids they call them hot dogs and cheeseburgers.
The
What they call it,
prosecutors were all high-ranking
Hot dogs.
Democrats.
No, what do they call it? Kind of cute shit. I don't even know that.
When they order up here in the boys, they
They
got
order pizzas. It's a
No,
pizza.
they call them the boys are hot dogs, the girls are.
Because they understand it better.
hamburgers and cheeseburgers or something.
When they
But
found
it's
out
cold
this
for whatever.
was
Right.
reason. Yeah, but
my poll numbers went up.
Cheeseburgers.
You know that?
But you know, Pizzagate's not
And
real,
we
right?
took in
Yeah,
more money in the
sometimes.
last 2
Shut the
weeks
fuck
than
up.
we've ever taken in the history of any campaign. I don't think any campaign.
It's not sometimes, it's all the time.
Millions of dollars came pouring in because the
What is
public knows it's a scam and it's a
Did
guy
you all
that's whose political particles are checking in Karen Square.
You have said, quote,
Where's
that
that at?
in his mandatory plans
Oh, they got
to destroy American
Yeah,
democracy.
except.
You believe that the tens of millions of Americans
They
who
got
are
y'all
looking to
good.
vote for President Trump will be voting against American democracy?
I like it. It's cool. I'm gonna borrow from you. Oh wait, you're leaving.
There's a lot more coming.
You can
He's got a
borrow
lot
it.
of pieces of that coming on. He's got a whole range of pieces of this to face.
Don't let her fool you. She's rubbing his face in her mouth twice.
What?
Yeah, she didn't want to go around the time.
God, that's unnecessary. Okay, y'all, watch the president's stories. Go. Come back in 20 minutes.
But got me involved to run the first place that
They got
person
that
got in Iraq because of Iraq. I said I wouldn't have been running it until I saw what happened in Charlottesville, Virginia. People coming out of the woods carrying swastikas, torches, and seeing the same instrumental file they sang. When
He's gonna keep going till the end, damn it. We don't give up around these ways. I'm not really saying
They
that.
asked him, they said, what do you think of those people? The people who were the ones that got killed, the one that tried to stop it?
You can't
The
even
one
finish
he
this.
said, I think they're fine.
So y'all got how much that cost?
What American president would ever say? Nazis coming out of fields carrying torches, singing the
Didn't you just say
same
that?
instrumental file,
He's buffing
carrying
everything.
swastikas or fine people. This is a guy who says Hitler's done some good things. I'd like to know what they are. The good things Hitler's done, that's what he said. This guy has no sense for American democracy.
He's moving his teeth around. He's got dentures in.
Jake, both of you know that story's been
You talking about
totally.
Trump? What about Hunter? And he's got caught red-handed in the hotel.
What's wrong with a little hooker and crack? Like you've never been there.
Son of a- he's acting like he's bad for Trump. But what about your son?
Because it was his
And
last.
him, his son ain't the fucking president.
Oh, Slick Joe back in the day.
I'm sure he did, but he didn't get
You're trying to justify his
Trump
presidency.
paid all fucking bitch off the thing.
Without question,
Is your
the
car
worst president, the worst presidency in the
Yeah,
history of
you're
our country. We shouldn't be having a debate about it. There's nothing to debate. He made up the Charlottesville story.
He said he
And you'll
finally
see
answered
it's
you.
debunked all over the place. Every anchor has, every reasonable anchor has debunked it. And just the other day, it came out where it was fully debunked.
Look, there's still a little
It's
bubble.
a nonsense story. He knows that, and he didn't run because of Charlottesville. He used that as an excuse to run.
President Biden?
And debunk. It happened. All you have to do is listen to what was said at the time. And the idea
What was the
that
bump?
somehow
That,
that's
they really
the
did
reason I
come
ran.
out with a
I
little,
ran because I was worried it got.
because dumbass got the idea
If
from
you
it.
thought you were good people coming out of
My
that.
stalker
that
thought it was
forest,
funny to go and
County
get
knows that
tiki
woods,
torches and
County
try
knows
to protest the police. Like,
Well, that's why the guy went through
Didn't this hurt
the
my
crowd.
president?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have a demon that
he
he's
said it
talking
did never
about.
happen.
All
Yeah, it
this
did.
being fabricated. We saw it with our eyes. We saw it happen on January 6th.
Seriously.
We saw the people breaking through windows. We saw people occupying his own vice president. Look, there's a reason why 40 of his 44 top cabinet officers refused to endorse him this
He's a
time.
shoe-in.
His vice president hasn't
He's
endorsed him this
stupid.
time.
Don't fight the stealing.
Why? They
Get the
know
fuck
why.
out of here.
They shouldn't be. Why are they not endorsing him?
Thank you, President Biden. We're going to be right back with more from the CNN.
Oh,
presidential
Jesus,
debate.
good. I can switch phones real quick.
Everybody get a tingle for Trump.
And then I'm charging my phone. Then my phone didn't want to cut on. So I was like 2 minutes late. I was so mad. I was like, he's late. My phone didn't want to cut on. I'm late. I kept my other phone on. Medea, I also clown on me image.
What serious? Wait a minute. Tom, is that you working the camera?
Everybody get a tingle for
Your
Trump.
close up.
You out here?
Morning review just got better. CBS Mornings, weekdays at
That's
7.
his Forex stuff. Rock. Oh, well, shit.
Progressively falling.
That's my daughter.
Into the world of online.
She likes to express herself like her mom
What do you
does.
think is driving this spike in popularity? I think, is it legal to use always?
That is not hot. Do not cut the AC down. I am freezing. I'm anemic. Yes, I really am anemic. Y'all motherfuckers have me in the freezing this motherfucker. I be laying on heating pads, heating blankets. A bitch walk up, fucking freezing. Where's the Oh my god, this is so goddamn loud. Fuck. That's just because you're crazy. That's because you're hot. You're not dying.
No, I'm not saying that because I'm hot, but like, I don't know, so it's been weird because I had like an anxiety attack last night or something.
Worried about too much nonsense.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to worry about stuff.
And I've been like, every time I get up, I almost pass out.
Well, you're getting up too fast. Yeah, you might need to be taking some iron pills.
You know, you can check your if you're like doing that.
I tell my kids put clothes on and take
If
clothes
it's yellow,
off.
you're freaking yellow or something.
What?
If your eyes are yellow, then you're
Well, yours are kind of yellowish.
liver failure. Yours are yellowish because we're an alcoholic, buddy.
I don't even drink. What the fuck are you talking about? That is one thing I can say I have never been as an alcoholic. I don't like the way it tastes. I've never liked the way alcohol tastes. I ain't been a crackhead, ain't been a heroin addict, and ain't been an alcoholic. Everything else pretty much I've done.
I haven't been anything.
So, you know.
The other day,
Oh, is it back on? Come on, let me switch my phone over. Why is this taking so fucking long? Stupid phone. I need a new phone.
the other day I had a dream.
I'm gonna stand on the corner and ask for money.
I was seeing
I will cuss you out
and
for
it, like,
$20.
sucks in, brushes you, and they cut off my arms. And you, Thomas, and you were all there. And
What is this fucking Wizard of Oz? Is a house gonna fall on me or something?
we were all in these suits. We were like floating around, and it was like a game. It was like an arena. We were going around, but I was like this. And
It is kind of a lame debate. I was expecting way more.
and they cut off my arms.
I'm trying to switch phones over
It
real
was
quick.
really
It sounds like you.
All right, I'll be right back.
You can have some fun. Dreams.
Oh wait.
it was fun at first. And then I cut off my arm.
Number two, the wages of black unemployment is the lowest level it's been in a long, long time. Number three, we're trying to provide housing for Black Americans and dealing with the segregation that exists among these corporate corporations that collude to keep people out of their houses. And in addition to that, we find that the impact of the
This motherfucker can't even talk.
choice that Black families have to make relative to childcare is incredibly difficult. When we did the first major piece of legislation in the past, I was able to reduce Black childcare costs. I cut them in half.
Yeah, by
We
sending
gotta
that
make sure we provide for childcare costs. We gotta make sure, because when you provide those childcare protections, you increase economic growth because more people come in the job market. So
Trump
there's more to be
helps
done.
send people in
It's
prison
really
all the
more to be
fucking
done.
time.
But we've done a great deal so far, and I'm not letting up, and they know it.
You have 49 seconds left. What do you
100%.
say to Black
And he
voters
said
who
so
are
much.
disappointed
Still
with
has
the progress
49
so
seconds
far?
left.
I say I don't blame them for being disappointed. Inflation is still hurting them badly. For example, I provided for
That's
the
like, yeah.
idea that any Black family first-time home buyers should get a $10,000 tax credit to be able to buy their first home, so they can
Look
get
at him.
started.
I just
I
can't
made
stand
sure
him.
that we're in a
Can't we
situation
just
where
reduce the
all
weed
those black
charges?
families and those black individuals who
Right,
provide
that is
have
something
to
you're
take
supposed
out
to do,
student
right?
loans, that were ballooning, that if they were engaged in nursing, doctor,
Can you get some
anything having to do with
fucking loan
volunteers,
forgiveness if you're not trained?
Can he just finish the fucking sentence?
their student
Shit.
debt, all the rest was forgiven after 10 years. Millions of
And
benefit
everybody
from
get
that.
there, it's supposed to be a hate
And we're
crime
gonna do a
instead of
whole lot
raising.
more for black families.
Thank you, President Trump.
And he caused the inflation. He's blaming inflation, and he's right, it's been very bad. He caused the inflation, and it's killing black families and Hispanic families and just about everybody. It's killing people. They can't buy groceries anymore. They can't. You look at the cost of food where it's doubled and tripled and quadrupled. They can't live. They're not living anymore. He caused this inflation. I gave him a country with essentially no inflation. It was perfect. It was so good. All he had to do is leave it alone. He destroyed it with his
Leave it alone,
3-year
so I get back
scam and all of the other, all
Till I
this
get
money
back.
that's being thrown out the window. He caused inflation. As sure as you're sitting there, the fact is that his big kill on the black people is the
What is it?
millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking black jobs
Trump
now.
called Biden-
And it could be
Wait,
18,
no
it could be
way.
19 and even
Trump
20
just
million
called
people.
Biden
They're
Brandon
taking
Johnson.
black jobs.
Yeah, he
And they're
did.
taking Hispanic
He did.
jobs. And you haven't seen it yet.
He
But
said,
you're
listen,
gonna see
Brandon, I said,
something that's
oh my
gonna be
God.
reversed in our history.
Thank you, President Biden.
As someone that talks shit, you know, I was like, you got Kayla. I don't like you, motherfucker, but man.
Trump is actually so
Flat
funny.
on his back.
Yeah, he's funny. He's not supposed to leave the country while he's talking shit about everybody. It's like me being the president. Nobody wants me to be the president. I'm emotionally unstable.
We provided thousands of millions of jobs for
You like
individuals
that?
who are in all communities, including.
Well,
the
fuck
minority
yeah,
communities.
both of these idiots
We
are fucking.
made sure that they have health
It's
insurance.
supposed to rule the
We have
world. Shit.
covered with the ACA.
Well, shit,
has
y'all make me
improved.
the
I
president.
made
Let's
sure
go.
that they're $8,000 per person in the family.
I'm twerking in the
Keep
White
it now for
House.
healthcare.
Oh, yeah.
This guy wants to eliminate that. They tried 50 times. He wants to get rid of the ACA again. And we're gonna try again if they win. We find ourselves in a position where the
I hate
idea
my family.
that we're not doing.
I can't stand these
We put more
motherfuckers.
police on the street.
Keep logging off in the middle of the
Administration
conversation.
has. We want to cut the cops. We're providing for equity and making sure people have a shot to make it. There's a lot going on, but inflation, he caused it.
I can't stand these motherfuckers.
Now,
This is what we fucking got. I'm smoking a joint.
Thank you. Another persistent challenge is the climate crisis. 2023 was the hottest year in recorded history, and communities across
Oh my
the
god, I'm
country are
fucking
confronting
joking.
the
Sorry, y'all.
devastating effects of extreme heat, intensifying wildfires, stronger hurricanes, and rising sea levels. Former President Trump, you've vowed to end your opponent's climate initiatives, but will you take any action as president to slow the climate crisis?
Yeah,
Let
we
me
get
just
the
go
devil out
back
off.
to what he said about the police.
Telling the earth into
How
hell.
close the police are to him. Almost every police group in the nation from every state.
I ain't got nothing. Like, Biden's not giving me shit, so I can't even.
Almost every police group.
At this
And what
point
he's
right
done
now,
to the
Trump sounds like he makes
population is
sense.
horrible, including the fact
But
that
fuck
for
Trump.
10 years he called
It's
them
still
super
Trump.
predators.
Fuck
We
Trump.
can't- In the 1990s, we can't forget
Oh,
super predators was his name. And he called it
He
to
logged
us,
back
and they're
in.
taking great offense at it, and now they see it happening. But when they see what I did for criminal justice reform and for the historically black university, where I funded them, they got them all funded. And the opportunity zones with
Oh my god.
Nation Americans, we did a great
Log
job.
back on. It's like, where the fuck am I?
South Carolina. We came up with the idea, and it was a great idea. It's one of the most successful economic development acts ever in the country, opportunity zones. And the biggest beneficiaries are blacks, and that's why we have the best
That
numbers.
motherfucker said, baby, he said,
Maybe ever.
He's like-
this thing ever.
like he was
Rick
fighting from the
Smarty,
Matrix.
where the best
Log
numbers.
back on.
He's lost much of the black population because he's done a
I can't
horrible
even
job
listen
for
to their
black
fucking
people.
debates. I'm
He's also
laughing
done a
all the
horrible
time.
job for Hispanics. But where do you see these millions of people pouring into our country and they're going to take the jobs?
Oh yeah,
And
most
it's already
definitely.
started,
Proceed.
and you
For
haven't
both
seen
of them,
anything
'cause
yet.
they're both
It's a
fucking
disaster.
idiots.
38 seconds left. President Trump, will you take any action as president to slow the climate crisis?
So I want
His mouth
absolutely
looks like a
immaculate
butthole.
clean water, and I want absolutely clean air, and we had it.
Terrible.
We had H2O. We had the best.
And every time he
numbers
does that, it's
ever.
when it's Trump. He does
And we
that.
did-
It's all that.
we were
He looks
using
like it.
All forms of energy, all forms, everything. And yet,
Oh my
during my
God.
4 years, I had the best
Oh, fuck.
environmental numbers ever. And my top
Ever.
environmental people gave me that statistic just before I walked on the stage.
I
actually.
bet they did. You fucking look at his
I don't
toupee.
know where they.
Fuck him. He looks.
The idea.
I can't even. Why don't he just shut
And I
up?
passed the most extensive climate change legislation in history. In history, we find ourselves, and by the way, black colleges. I came up with $50 billion for HBCUs, historic black universities and colleges, because they don't have
Right.
they don't have the kind of contributors that they have to build these laboratories and the like. Any black student is capable of college of doing any white student can do. They just have the money, but now they'll be able to get those jobs in high tech. We're in a situation where the idea that he is claiming to have done something that had the cleanest water, he hadn't done a damn
He
thing.
can't
in the
even
environment.
talk.
He the Paris Peace Accord, the Climate Accord. I immediately joined it because if we reach for 1.5 degrees Celsius at any one point, where there's no way back. The only existential threat to humanity is climate change, and he didn't do a damn thing about it. He wants to undo all that I've done.
The Paris Accord was going to cost us $1 trillion, and China nothing, and Russia nothing, and India nothing. It was a ripoff of the United States. And I ended it because I didn't want to waste that money because they treat us horribly. We were the only ones who was costing us money. Nobody else was paying into it. And it was a disaster. But everything that he said just now, I'll give you an example. I heard him say before insulin. I'm the one that got the insulin down for the seniors. I took care of the seniors. What he's doing is destroying all of our medical programs because the migrants coming in, they want everybody. And look, I have the biggest heart on the stage. I guarantee you that. And I want to take care of people.
Yes,
But we're
you do.
destroying our country. They're taking over our schools, our hospitals, and they're going to be taking over Social Security. He is destroying Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid.
The idea is that we, in fact, we were the only ones of consequence. We're not members of the Paris Accord. How can we do anything if we're not able? The United States can't take it under control. One of the largest polluters in the world. Number one, we're making significant progress. By 2035, we will have cut pollution in half. We have made significant progress, and we're continuing to make progress. We set up a climate corps. There's thousands of young people who learn how to deal with them, just like the Peace Corps. And we're moving in directions that are going to significantly change the elements that cause the pollution. But the idea that he claims that he has the biggest heart up here and he's really concerned about pollution and about climate, I've not seen any indication of that. And by the way, with regard to prescription drugs, one company agreed that they would reduce the price to $35, which I was calling for.
Oh, Christine, his
I
face
made
is
sure
just.
every company in the world,
Ugh,
every
it's
pharmaceutical
horrible.
company cannot have to pay.
Thank you.
And by the way,
Uh-oh, cut him off.
So every day, millions of Americans struggle just to make ends meet. For many older
Americans,
Americans, Social Security provides a critical lifeline. President Biden, if nothing is done to Social Security, seniors will see their benefits cut in just over 10 years. Will you name tonight one specific step that you're willing to take to keep Social Security solvent?
yes, make the very wealthy begin to pay their fair share.
Why haven't you all say this
Everybody
shit every
get
fucking
$100,000
every president says that and nobody's
60%.
doing shit.
Right.
The wealthy's still getting rich,
As a paycheck.
and
Every
we
single
still
time
standing
you
in
get a paycheck,
fucking
it's time the first one you
government
get.
lines to get
We're
fucking
18
fed.
years old. The idea that they're gonna, I'm
outta here,
proposing that everybody, the millionaires pay 1%. 1%. So no one after, I've not
If
raised
he's
the
president,
cost of Social Security. for
again, he's
anybody
gonna bring Roe
under
versus Wade back. He's
$400,000
gonna
after
make
that, it began to make the
federal. We
wealthy
know
begin to
federal
pay their
anymore.
fair share.
And
By
now this
increasing
shit.
from
Shut the fuck
1%
up, dude.
beyond
You guys all say the same shit.
guarantee the program for life.
You're gonna play with my uterus.
So you still have 82
play with my
seconds
bank
left.
account.
Are there any other measures?
And
that you
neither
think
way,
that
I'm
would
gonna
be able
fucking
to,
enjoy it.
keep Social Security solvent, or is that one enough?
Well, no, that one enough will keep it solvent, but the biggest
What's
thing
up,
will be
Native?
if we defeat this man, because
They
he wants to
taking
get
care of
rid
our
of Social
veterans,
Security.
our
He
children,
thinks
or our
there's
senior
plenty to cut in
citizens.
Social Security. He's going to cut Social Security and Medicare both times. And and if you look at the program put forward by the House Republican caucus that he supports, is in fact want to cut it as well. The idea that we don't need to protect our seniors is ridiculous. we,
We'll
and
do
by the
something to
way,
protect them.
the American public has greater healthcare coverage today than ever before. And on the ACA,
It
as I
ain't as good
said,
as
we're
Canada
in a circumstance where
or
400,000
Denmark.
people, I mean, 40
Maybe
million
Denmark, but
people
Canada's
do
kind of
not
sucks
have
actually. If
insurance
you look
because they
into
have
it,
a pre-existing condition.
people
Only
can't get on
allows them to
doctors
have
and
that
all.
insurance is the fact
Should have
that they
three.
in fact are part of the ACA. And by
Over
the
here,
way,
you
the
can't
other
get in the
thing
doctor
is,
and you
we're in a
gotta pay.
situation where I
That's
talk
true.
about education for Black communities. I've raised the amount of money for Pell Grants, another $8,000. So anybody making under $70,000 a year is going to be able to get $15,000 towards the tuition. It's, he just doesn't know what he's.
Oh,
Thank
100%.
you, President Biden. President Trump.
KS,
So
I
I've
agree.
dealt with
It's a
politicians
comedy show. I've laughed so
all my
hard my
life.
eyes
I've
have
been
watered.
on this side of the equation for the last 8 years. I've never seen anybody lie like this guy. He lies.
All
I've
you
never
talking
seen
about
it. He
is throwing
can
money
look you in
and
the
shit
face.
without solving any problem.
Right.
So many other
And then
things.
they, but they're not solving the
We
problem
mentioned
because
the
they're not
laptop,
throwing the
we
money that
mentioned
they're
Russia,
talking about
Russia,
throwing the money
Russia,
at.
Ukraine.
They're like, we're gonna do
Everything he
this, we're
does
gonna
is
do that.
lie. It's
But none of you all are
misinformation
doing
and
shit. None of you
disinformation.
presidents have. All y'all say the
The
same shit.
reasons
The rich is
and
gonna
sucker story that
pay.
he made
We're
up
gonna
is
help
a
black
total lie
people.
in the military.
You know,
It's
all
a
this.
disgrace.
It's the
With Social
same fucking
Security,
script on both sides.
He's
For
destroying
that
it
matter.
because millions of people are pouring into our country, and they're putting them onto Social Security. They're putting them onto Medicare, Medicaid. They're putting them in our hospitals. They're
Right.
taking the place of our citizens.
It's our
There,
dream,
what
baby.
they're doing to the
Yeah,
veterans, to our
I
veterans
always
is
say they sound like
unbelievable.
them.
Veterans are living in
They
the
finesse
streets.
you, make
and
you feel
these
good
people are
enough
living
to
in
go and do
luxury
the dumb
hotels.
shit you need to do to
He
make
doesn't
them
know what
money,
he's
not
doing.
us.
And it's
Nothing.
really coming back. I've
On
never
a
seen
high
such
level scale,
anger
like,
in
you
our
know,
country
that's all it
before.
is.
President Biden.
I think it's
The
getting pimped out every
idea of
day.
veterans will not be taken care of. I told you before. By the way, when I said sucker in the roses, he said he acknowledged after that he fired that general. That general got fired because he's the one that acknowledged that that's what he said. He was the one standing with Trump when he said it. Number one. Number two, the idea that we're going to be in a situation where all these millions and millions, everybody talks about illegal aliens are coming into the country and taking away our jobs.
Yeah, what's
There's a
coming?
reason why we have the fastest growing economy
Yeah,
in the
that
world.
was. Isn't that
The
her
reason
job?
why we have the most
Yeah.
successful economy in the
I
world.
haven't seen her.
We're doing better than any other nation in the world. And by
You
the
know, I
way,
don't like that bitch.
those 15 Nobel laureates
I
who
ain't never
talked
liked
about
her.
being phony, those 15 Nobel laureates, economists, they all said that if Trump is reelected, we're likely to have a
Guarding
recession
the border like
and,
Walmart
and
security.
inflation is going to increase in the US.
What?
And
This
by
is
the way,
guarding the
worst
border like
president history,
Walmart security.
159 presidential scholars voted to him the worst.
You know, everybody gets
president
out
in
with
the
shit at
history of
Walmart,
history.
so
President Biden,
I'm
thank you
only
so much. Let's
voting
turn to the
because our
cost of
local elections
childcare,
are
which
important.
many
Me
American
too.
families
Me
struggle
too.
to
That's
afford.
it.
President Trump, both you and President Biden have tried to address this issue, but the average cost of childcare in this country has risen to more than $11,000 a year per child. For many families, the cost of childcare for 2 children is more than their rent. In your second
Yeah.
term, what would you do to make childcare more affordable?
But just to go back, the general got fired because he was no good. And if he said that, that's why he made it up. But we have 19 people that said I didn't say it, and they're very highly respected, much more so than him. The other thing is, he doesn't fire people.
Look how he looks
He
right
never
there.
fired people. I've never seen him fire anybody. I did fire a lot. I fired Comey because he was no good. I fired a lot of the
You look
top
like you
people
got a bad
at the
nose job.
FBI, drained the fire people. You'd pay a price for it, but they were no good. I inherited these people. I didn't put them there. I didn't put Comey there. He was no good. I fired him. This guy hasn't fired anybody. He never fires. He should have fired every military man that was involved with that the Afghanistan horror show, the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. He didn't fire. Did you fire anybody? Did you fire anybody that's on the border? That's allowed us. to have
This
the
is
worst
not
border
your
in the
board
history of the
meeting
world? Did anybody
TV
get fired
show.
for allowing 18 million
You're
people,
fired.
many from prisons,
I liked him
many
then.
from
I don't like him as a
mental
president.
institutions. Did you fire anybody that allowed our country to be destroyed? Joe,
Well,
our
I didn't like
country
him,
is
but I thought he
being
was funny.
destroyed as you and I sit up here and
I've
waste a
never
lot
liked
of
him.
time on this debate.
I know
This
he's
shouldn't
well.
be a debate. He's the worst president. He just said about me because I said it. But look, he's the worst president in the history of our country. He's destroyed our country. Now all of a sudden he's trying to get a little tough on the border. He came out with a nothing deal, and it reduced it a little bit, like this much. It's
Why does he always
insignificant.
go in baby
He
talk
wants
when he
open
says a
borders.
little bit?
He
a
wants
little
our
bit, this
country
much?
to either be destroyed or he wants to pick up those people as voters. And I don't think we just can't let it happen. If he wins this election, our country doesn't have a chance, not even a chance, of coming out of this rut. We probably won't have a country left anymore. That's how bad it is. He's the worst in history by far.
Thank you, President Trump. President Biden?
We're the most admired country in the world. We're the United
I
States
don't
of
know about
America.
that.
There's nothing beyond our capacity. We're the finest military in the history of the world. The finest in the history of the world. No one thinks we're weak. No one wants to screw around with us. Nobody. Number one. Number two, the idea that we're talking about worst presidents. I wasn't joking. Look it up. Go online. 159 or 58, don't know the exact number. Presidential historians. They've had
Shut up.
meetings and they voted. Who was the
That
worst
man is
president in
with us,
American history.
okay? I don't
He
know
went
where
from
he
best
is
to
with us,
worst.
but he is
They
with
said he
us.
was the worst in all of American history. That's a fact. That's not conjecture. He can argue they're wrong, but that's what they voted. The idea that he is doing anything to deal with childcare, he did for virtually nothing in childcare. We should significantly increase the childcare tax credit. We should significantly increase the availability of women and men, of single parents to be able to go back to work. And we should encourage businesses to have.
Thank you, President Biden.
childcare
President Trump, the question was about what would you do to make childcare more affordable? If you want to take your minute.
Just so you understand. We have polling, we have other things that they rate him the worst because what he's done is so bad.
This is all right.
And they rate me, I'll show you, I will show you, and they rate me one of the best, okay? And if I'm given another 4 years, I will be the best. I think I'll be the best. Nobody's ever
Shut up.
created an
Stop stroking his
economy
left
like us. Nobody ever cut taxes like us. He's the only one I know. He wants to raise your taxes by 4 times. He wants to raise everybody's taxes by 4 times. He
I gotta
wants
go
the
buy
Trump
me a
tax
nickel
cuts to
after. I broke my other
expire.
one.
So everybody, including the two of you, are gonna pay 4 to 5 times. Nobody ever heard of this before. All my life, I grow up and I see
I was trying to
politicians talking about
adjust
cutting
it.
taxes. When we cut taxes, as I said, we did more
I was
business.
trying to
Apple
adjust
and all
it
these
because I couldn't get
companies,
it to
they were
stable right.
bringing
And
money
so I
back
was like
into our
this, and then
country.
I went,
The worst president in history by far, and everybody knows it.
I'm not,
President Biden?
I don't think I'm as strong as I am, but apparently I'm pretty fucking strong. I break your fucking tongue. Oh my God. I went to go shut his truck one day. The back of it. What kind of truck you got, baby? He's got a navigator, right? Imagine shutting the navigator, and then because you shut it, the light pops, the tail light pops out. Who the fuck knew a tail light pops out because you shut it? Apparently the pressure was so much it popped it out.
Number two, he's in a situation where he
Shit
talks
happens.
about how he is not
I
raised-
was completely
and he's
dumbfounded. I did not
somehow
know. I was,
out of the middle class.
I was like,
Middle class is
babe.
devastated by you.
I was like, I think I broke the truck.
Tax cut of $5 trillion over the next 10 years, which is
But
going
you
to
fixed it.
fundamentally bankrupt the country. We have the largest deficit of any president
For
in
now,
American history.
we're gonna get it fixed.
Number one. Number
I'm gonna
two,
get it fixed.
you have not, in fact, made any
Let's take the
contact,
NyQuil.
any
Duct tape and
progress
NyQuil, you know
with
it.
China. We are the lowest trade deficit with China since 2010.
Thank you, President Biden.
You lost.
Thank you, President Biden. Let's introduce.
Shut up, just keep going.
Millions of Americans
God.
that both of you have made a top priority in your first term.
Trump stopped over his fucking time. They're not turning the mics off. They said they would. They didn't. They have not done it
Overdose
though yet.
deaths in this country has
No,
gone
no,
up.
no, no.
Under your term, it went up. Under your
His
term,
bumper
it has
fell
gone
off.
up.
Oh my goodness.
Former President
Yeah,
Trump,
his whole
despite the
tail light.
efforts
I
of
shut
those
it, and then the
who
tail
have
light
made,
popped and
more
hit
than
me in my
100,000
chest and
Americans are dying
fell.
from
I was like,
overdoses every year, primarily from fentanyl
I
and
was
other
like,
opioids. What
baby.
can you do to help Americans right now in the throes
Side
of
mirror too.
addiction
Oh shit.
or struggling to get the treatment they need?
To finish up, we now have the largest deficit in the history of our country
Yes,
under
we
this
do.
guy. We have the largest deficit with China. He gets paid by China. He's a Manchurian candidate. He gets money from China. So I think he's afraid to deal with them or something. But you notice he never took out my tariffs because we bring in so much money with the tariffs that I imposed on China. He never took them away. He can't because it's too much money. It's tremendous. And we saved our steel industries and there was more to come.
Right, because
But
Mr.
he hasn't
Connell was
done
selling
that.
all the fucking
But
steel
he
business.
hasn't cut the tariffs
Yeah,
because
'cause
he
his
can't,
wife
because
is
it's too much
Still,
money.
yeah,
And he's got the
fucking
largest
still-
deficit
Still
in
king
the
over
history
in China.
of our country. And he's got the
Mr.
worst,
Connell part of that shit.
the worst
he is.
situation with China.
She's a part of all
China's
kinds of
gonna
shit.
own us
Heroin
if you keep
still. That
allowing
bitch
them
got it.
to do what they're doing to us as a country. They are killing us as a country, Joe, and you can't let that happen. You're destroying our country.
Talk to him stern.
So,
That's
President
right.
Trump, you have 67
Daddy him.
seconds left. The question was, what are you going
I'm
to
a
do to help
daddy you.
Americans in the service of addiction
Well, that
right
sounds
now?
weird. I'm a mom.
Jake, we were doing very well in addiction until the COVID came along. We had 2.5, almost 3 years of like nobody's ever had before. Any kind
One of my
of-
personalities was like, nah, bitch, you can't be doing that.
And it was drugs
You
flowing
say that for them
across
fun
the
pictures on the internet.
border. Started to increase.
You mommy,
We
yeah.
made equipment, we bought
And even that
machines,
sounds
all
weird.
this stuff, incredible.
I never got into the whole
Things we've
daddy
never
thing.
seen. We
Who's
did
your
a lot.
daddy?
We
Motherfucker,
did a
not
lot.
you.
And we were getting very well
Shit, my
known.
daddy don't want nothing to do with me, and neither do you. So you ain't my daddy.
The numbers, have you seen the numbers now? It's not only the 18 million people that I believe is even low, because the gotaways, they don't even talk about gotaways. But the numbers of the amount of drugs and human trafficking in women
Oh, here we go.
coming
Here we
across
go.
our border.
Come on,
The worst
motherfucker.
thing I've
Now
ever
this
seen.
is why I don't like you, because you
And
know you talk
numbers that
shit.
nobody's ever seen under him because the border's so bad.
And granted, it does
The
happen.
number
It's,
of
you know what I mean?
drugs
I will
coming
not
across the
deny
border
that
now
trafficking
is
is not
the
coming over the
largest we've
internet.
ever had by far.
President Trump, thank you. President Biden?
Fentanyl and the byproducts of fentanyl went down.
Whatever.
No.
And
Did he
I
just
wanted
say
to make
that?
sure
Yeah, he
you
did,
knew
and
the
he's
machine
wrong.
that can detect fentanyl. These big machines that roll over everything comes across the border. And it costs a lot of
I
money.
don't believe that.
That was part of this deal we put together, this bipartisan deal. More fentanyl machines, more be able to detect drugs, more numbers of agents, more numbers of all
like a
people at the
robot.
border. And when we had that deal done, he called his Republican
best we
colleagues
got,
and
y'all.
don't do it. It's gonna hurt me politically.
Look at his,
Well, he
his
never
fucking
argued
hair
it's not
hasn't
a good
moved the
bill.
whole time he's
It's a
been on
very
fucking
good bill.
TV.
We need those
Fucking
machines.
flat ass
We need
toupee.
those machines.
Yeah,
I'm a
you
fan-
don't want
Coming
to get
down
no
very
bad
hard
though.
in every country.
Huh?
In
You don't
Asia,
want
in
to get
terms
no
of
bad though.
precursors to fentanyl.
He likes crack.
Mexico is working
Get it
with us to
right.
make sure
When he
that
don't
all
want
that
it, you gotta
technology will put it together. That's what we have to do. We need those.
Yeah, it's
machines.
just a service
Thank you,
shit.
President Biden. Now, President Trump, and again,
Yo,
the
I'm not gonna
question
lie
is
though,
about
Biden.
Americans in the throes of addiction.
I can't
right
even
now,
defend him
struggling
right
with
now.
addiction.
He's
This
he had me
just
laughing so hard I was crying,
He
Marcy.
did remain in
This
Mexico.
motherfucker got
He had
stuck.
to catch and release. I
And he
had to
came back
catch
from
and
the
release in
Matrix.
Mexico, not catch and release here. We had
That
so
was
many
great.
things that we had done, hard negotiations with Mexico, and I got it all for nothing. It's just like when you have a hostage, we always pay $6 billion for every time we seize a hostage. Now we
Right.
have a hostage, the
Make
Wall
you a
Street Journal
fucking hostage.
reporter. I think a good
Joking,
guy,
YouTube.
and he's over there because Putin is laughing at this guy, probably asking for billions of dollars for
Okay.
the
Yeah,
reporter.
but all we get
I
is
will
some
have
funky
him
ass
out
basketball player.
very quickly, as soon as I take
We get
office,
$1 million
before I
arms
take
dealers over
office,
there.
I said, by literally, as soon as I win the election, I will have that reporter out. He
Basketball
should have had
player.
him out a long time ago.
I'm gonna write
Putin's
somebody in
probably
shit.
asking for
Me?
billions and billions of dollars.
Summer
because
niggers.
this guy pays every time. We had 2 cases
Like
where
that.
we paid $6 billion for 5 people. I got 58 people out and I paid essentially nothing.
Thank you, President Trump. Dana?
Let's turn to concerns that voters have about each of you. President Biden, you would be 86 at the end of your second term. How do you address concerns
Yeah, they can't. They
about
they've
your
been coming back.
capability
It's
to
not a
handle the
problem.
toughest job in the world
He's zoned out a
well
couple
into
times.
your 80s?
Well, first of all, I spent half my career being criticized being the youngest person in politics. I was the second youngest person ever elected to the United States Senate, and now I'm the oldest. This guy's 3 years younger and a lot less competent. I
Well,
think
oh,
for the
he's
record,
3 years
look
younger?
what
I
I've
thought he
done.
was
Look how I've turned around the horrible situation he left me. As I said, 15 million new jobs,
Hell yeah.
1,000 manufacturing
Yeah,
jobs,
All right.
you gotta work
more
your
investment
ass.
in America,
Huh?
It's
over
nobody really working his
billions
ass.
of dollars in
Well,
private
he's the
investment.
president. He can have
in
somebody wipe his
not
ass
only in
for him.
enterprises, so we are growing. By the way, we brought an awful lot of people.
I just can't believe this is the best we
the
got.
whole
Both of them are
idea
fucking
of
idiots.
computer chips. We used to have 40% of the market. We invented those chips, and we lost it because he was sending people to find the cheapest jobs
Mhm.
overseas and then bring home a product. So I went to South Korea. I convinced Samsung to invest billions of dollars here in the United States, and guess what? Those fabs, they call it, to build these chips, those fabs pay over $100,000. You don't need a college degree for them. And there's billions, about $40 billion already being invested and being built right now in the United States, creating significant jobs for Americans from all over the world.
President Biden, you have 40 seconds left. Would you like to add anything?
Yeah, I would.
I
The
know.
idea that somehow we are this failing country. I never heard a president talk like this
It's a
before.
really shitty
We-
fucking place
we're
we're
the
in.
envy of the world. Name me a single major country president who wouldn't trade places with the
I
United
just want
States
to
of
bip him in
America.
the back of the head and be like, come on, spit it out, baby. You got this.
We're the most progressive country in the world and getting things done. We're the strongest country in the world. We're a country in the world who keeps our word, and everybody trusts us. All of our allies and
He has a tight,
those
loose
who he
face.
calls up from Kim Jong Un, we sent love letters to, and Putin, etc. They don't want to.
I ain't never seen a tight, loose face. Like,
Thank you.
he needs a
Former
Botox
President
over
Trump,
here.
to
This
follow
side
up,
is
you
really
will be
wrinkly.
82 at the end of your second term.
Oh,
What do
really?
you
See,
say
that's
to
what I'm
voters
talking
who
about.
have
Look, he looks like
concerns
ass.
about your capabilities to serve?
Well, I took 2 tests, cognitive tests. I aced them, both of them, as you know. We made it public. He took none. I'd like to see him take one, just one, a real easy one. Like go through the first 5 questions.
Yes,
He
we
couldn't
are,
do it.
Mama Bear.
But I took 2 cognitive tests. I took physical exams every year. And you know, we knock on
And
wood
you be
wherever we
COVID in
may
3
have
days.
wood, that I'm in very good health. I just won.
Yeah, because he
2
told you
club
to put bleach
championships,
in
not
your
even
fucking
senior,
veins.
2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be
What's up,
quite
Loco?
smart, and you have to
I
be able to
enjoyed
hit the
seeing
ball
that.
a long
He
way.
told you, yeah, put bleach in your
He doesn't do it.
veins.
He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. I think I'm in very
is
good
it?
shape. I feel that
One
I'm
wink
as
wonder?
in
What's
good
going
shape
on
as I
here?
was 25, 30 years ago. Actually, I'm probably a little bit lighter, but I'm in as good a shape as I was
Oh my God.
years ago. I feel very good. I feel the same. But I was willing to take a cognitive test. And you know what? If I didn't do well, I aced them. Dr. Ronnie Jackson, who's a great guy when he was White House doctor, and then I took another one, a similar one. And both, one of them said they'd never seen anybody ace.
Thank you. President Biden?
You can see he is 6'5" and only 223 pounds, or 235 pounds.
20, 35
Well, he said
pounds.
6'4", 200. So anyway, that's it. Anyway. Just
Why
take
are we
a look
talking
what
about
he
his
says he
weight?
is and take a look at what he is. Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. And by the way,
What are we?
I told you before, I'm happy to play golf. You can carry your own bag.
Trump's like, you're.
Go! What the fuck? Hey, we got people
It
dying.
was a
What
6 handicap.
the fuck are they talking
I
about
was
their
an
golf
8
stroke
handicap.
for?
8.
Why do we deviate to this shit?
Oh my God.
Let's not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to
Let's not act like children.
Right.
But then why not? You,
concern that voters have about you.
please act like
Will you
children.
pledge tonight that once all legal challenges have been
I
exhausted,
told him
then
I'll play
you
with
will
golf and
accept
carry his bag.
the results of this election, regardless of who wins? And you will say right now that
Oh my
political
God.
violence in any form
Don't
is
talk that with these
unacceptable.
people.
Well, you shouldn't have to say that, but of course I believe
Climate
that.
control
It's
golf
totally
strokes.
unacceptable. And if you would see my statements that I made on Twitter at the time, and also my statement that I made in the Rose Garden, you would say it's one of the strongest statements
The
you've
Rose
ever
Garden's
seen. In
very
addition
little.
to the speech I made in front of, I believe, the largest crowd I've ever
Yeah.
spoken to, and I will tell you, nobody ever talks about
I want
that.
to take
They
a tour
talk
of the
about
White House now
a
because I feel like
relatively
it's
small number
little.
of people that went to the
Because
Capitol.
I didn't know it was
And
the
in
White
many
House. I was
cases,
Gary
were
Walker.
ushered in by the police.
Vinny, I went
And
to
as
DC
Nancy
a couple
Pelosi
weeks ago,
said,
right?
it was her
And so I had to wait for my
responsibility, not
hotel to
mine.
get
She
ready.
said that loud and clear.
And
But the
so
answer
I was
is,
like, fuck it, I'll walk
if
around.
the
You know what I
election
mean?
is
So I'm walking
fair,
around,
fair,
I'm looking
and
at
I want that
everything.
more than anybody.
And the
I'll
Sarge
tell you
is from
something.
DC, so he was kind of
I
giving,
wish he
like,
was a
telling me
great
where to
president,
go and shit.
because I wouldn't be here right now.
So
I'd
I
be
didn't know the White
at
House
one of
was the
my
White
many
House. You
places,
could totally see it in my
enjoying
video.
myself. I wouldn't be
I seen
under
this
that
big,
bit
pretty
because I
fountain.
wouldn't have been as
So I
big
was,
as
I like
what
fountains. So
you
I was like, ooh, that's pretty. So I
because
walked
he
over
invited me because I was his opponent.
and looked at the
I wish
fountain.
he was a great
And then I was gonna
president.
walk
I
off.
would rather
And everybody
have
was
that.
like, in my chat, everybody's
I
like,
wouldn't be
Summer, that's
here,
the White
and
House.
I
I was
might
like,
be here.
that's the White
The
House?
reason
I was
I'm
like,
here
that
is
house
she's
is
so
fucking
bad as a
little. I'm
president.
like, I know,
But I'm
and
gonna
I do.
make
I know
America
people
great
that have a
again.
bigger house,
We're gonna
but
make
I'm
America great
assuming
again.
that it's going
We're a
backwards.
failing nation right now. We're a
It probably
seriously
goes
failing
this way.
nation.
Like I seen the
And we're a
front.
failing nation because of him.
And-
See the big
His
trophy?
policies are
Huh?
so
Did you
bad.
see the big trophy?
His military policies are
Yeah, I mean, no,
insane.
the ones they
They're
speak at.
insane. These are wars that will never end with him.
Podium to the
He will
front.
drive us into World War III, and we're closer
Yeah,
to
I
World
seen it,
War
but they didn't
III
seem big.
than anybody can imagine. We are very, very close to World War III, and he's driving us there. And Kim Jong Un and President
you don't want her
Xi
to
of
say that,
China,
really.
Kim Jong Un of North Korea, all of
If
these.
she says that, you might have a
They don't
problem.
respect him. They don't fear him. They have nothing going with this gentleman, and he's going to drive us into World War III.
Fact check: did Donald Trump suggest
You want a
people
World War III.
to inject poison
Follow
to
and
cure?
win, and let
Yeah, it
Putin
wasn't
do what
poison;
you
it was
want,
bleach.
Vito. Just do what you want. There's a thing called Article 5. An attack
Joke.
on one is an attack on all. The required response. The idea.
Ooh, he
I
looks
can't
like
think
Joker
of a
right there.
single major leader in the world who wouldn't trade places with the job I've done, what they've done. Because we are a powerful nation. We have wonderful peace because of the people, not me. It's because of the American people. They're capable of anything and they step up when they're needed.
Do
And
you
right
see her,
now,
Christine?
We're needed. We're needed to protect the world
Yay,
because
they're
of our
back.
safety
They had
as
to
a
like
state.
uninstall their YouTube and
again,
everything.
You want to have a war, just let Putin go ahead and
It's not
take
true.
Kyiv, make sure they
Damn
move
it.
on. See
Well,
what
we can
happens
still
in
make fun
Poland,
of it.
Hungary,
It's funny.
and other places along that border. Then you have a war.
President Trump, as I come back to you for a follow-up, the question was, will you accept the results of this election regardless of who wins?
No.
Just to finish
Yes!
what he said, if I might, Russia, they took a lot of land from Bush. They took a lot of land from Obama and Biden. They took no land, nothing from Trump, nothing. He knew not to do it. He's not going to play games with me. He knew that. I got along with him very well, but he knew not to play games. He took nothing from me. But now he's going to take the whole thing from this man right here. That's a war that should have never started. It would have never started ever.
They're both lying.
me.
That don't surprise me.
And he's going to take Ukraine. And you asked me a question before, would you do this? He's got us in such a bad position right now with Ukraine and Russia, because Ukraine's not winning that war. He said, I will never settle until such time. They're running out of people. They're running out of
His mouth
soldiers.
looks like
They've
a
lost so
butthole.
many people. It's so sad. They've lost so many people, and they've lost those gorgeous cities with the golden domes that are 1,000 years old, all because of him and stupid decisions. Russia would have never
Nah.
attacked if I were
President Trump,
president.
the
He's a
question was, will
supervisor.
you accept the results of the election regardless of who wins? Yes or no,
Look at
please.
it.
If it's a fair and legal and good election, absolutely.
The
I
last
would
one
have
was
much
too, and you
rather
told everybody
accepted
install
these,
it.
But the
Huh.
fraud.
The last one
and
was fair,
everything else was
wasn't it? Oh, I guess I'm
ridiculous.
country
And if you
souls.
want, we'll have a news
Almost.
conference on it in a
Fire?
week. We'll have
I'm
another one of these
uneducated
in
from
a week.
Kentucky, baby.
I will absolutely. There's nothing I'd rather do.
All
It
true
would be
story.
much easier for me to do that than running again. I wasn't really going to run until I saw the horrible job he did. He's destroying our country. I would be very happy to be someplace else in a nice location someplace. And again,
Paying off
no
more porn
indictments,
stars.
no political opponent stuff, because it's the only way he thinks he can win. But unfortunately, it's driven up by numbers and driven them up to a very high level because the people understand it.
Let's see what your numbers are when this election is over. Let's see. You're a whiner. When you lost the first time, you continued, you appealed and appealed to courts all across the country. Not one single court in America said any of your claims had any merit, state or local, none. But you
Have
continue
banjo
to
playing in the
provoke
background when Biden
this
speaks.
lie.
I can't
About
believe
$2
Trump
all
said,
this
all right, Brandon,
misrepresentation,
earlier. I was like,
all this stealing. There's no evidence of that at all. And I tell you what, I doubt whether you'll accept it because you're such a whiner. The idea if
A
you lose
whiner.
again, you accept anything.
you're such a
you can't stand
whiner.
the loss. Something's
Benny,
happened
don't be
to
a
you
whiner.
last
Curtis, don't be a whiner.
We'll be right back with more from the CNN presidential debate live from Georgia.
All right, where's the fucking remote? Jesus, peanut butter and crackers. All right, what'd you say, baby? What do you mean?
When you wake up in the
Well, I don't even know where they
you
got
want
bags.
to do-
He don't know why he's sitting up there.
He should be in the big bay window eating applesauce somewhere. Counting butterflies and birds.
Let me at these mooks. I know, right? Oh Lord.
Let's go.
What did he say that had me laughing so hard? I can't even fucking remember. That shit brought tears to my fucking eyes. He can't. I just don't understand how this is the best we got. I just feel like if I was the ops to America, I'd be smoking a blunt, being like, "Shit, these motherfuckers is easy as fuck. We ain't even gotta do all that to fucking take over their country. Look at these two dumbasses they got in fucking charge."
Right.
Like, really? Because I mean, I know you fucks with Trump because you think that since he can find loopholes in businesses, that's a good thing. But Trump's a bag of dicks, and we all know that. And so is fuck about it.
But Trump is at least stiff dick. Biden's left dick. Those stiff dicks that serve a purpose. Mine is no good at all.
Well, I don't know. The hooker said he didn't have a stiff dick, so there's that. Who knows though? Who knows? Oh, it is a comedy show. I told Josephine earlier, I said, we were over at TPP. Then she was like, I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I was like, oh girl, you gotta watch it. I said, it's gonna be funny as fuck. I was like, they're both fucking idiots. Dude, I've laughed so hard it's not even funny. What's up, bro? Ozzy! Ozzy's from Australia, babe. He's the one I tell you that goes and does his live streams and takes us around sometime. We're going to Australia. One day we are going to fucking Australia, and Ozzy said, don't even worry about it. I was like, we're going and we're meeting up. Man, it's so pretty down there, babe. They got new beaches.
Koala bears.
I know.
Rico sloths.
You know the opera thing that I always say I want to go to? Yep. He all that shit. When they had the big stabbing and everything down there, remember?
Yeah.
He was showing all that. I'm like, I feel like I know Australia now.
And what's that big reef down there? The big reef that everybody goes
Ozzy, what's the big reef? Benny, thank you, sweetie. Thank you for the 5 memberships. Or for the membership. Gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much. Hold on, I gotta get back up to the comments. I'm gonna unmute it as soon as we oh, come on, what the fuck? I need a new phone, dude. That's the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, shit. I ain't been drinking it all. Ooh, do you think my daiquiri is still good?
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's frozen, I can let it melt a little bit. I think we should have a drink. Hold on, y'all. Talk to him for a minute.
We know who's gonna win. By a landslide. Trump 2024.
I gotta wait for it to unfreeze now, don't I? This is frozen. Shit, motherfucker's fucking
It ain't
hard.
slush. It ain't slush at all.
No, it ain't slushy no more. Okay. All right, let's see. Oh, shit.
Biden, you have 2 minutes.
We've made significant progress from the debacle that was left by President Trump in his last term. We found ourselves in a situation where, number one, we have to make sure that we have a fair tax system. I ask anyone out there in the audience, or anyone out watching this debate, do you think the tax system is fair? The fact is that I said nobody even making under $400,000 had a single penny.
Courtney, you finally got a membership. Yay!
That'll be the case again. But this guy has increased your taxes because of the deficit, number one. He's increased inflation because of the debacle he left after where he handled the pandemic. And he finds himself in a position where he now wants to tax you more by putting a 10% tariff on everything that comes in the United States of America. What I did, well, for example, he wants to get away with and get rid of the ability of Medicare.
Get the dick out of your mouth, dude.
For the ability for us to be able to negotiate drug prices with the big pharma companies. Well, guess what? We got it down to $35 per insulin instead of $400. No more than $2,000 for every senior, no matter how much prescription they need. You know what that did? That reduced
Don't waste your 2 minutes of that. Can we get some?
by $160 billion over 10 years because the government doesn't have to pay the exorbitant prices. I'm going to make that available to every senior. All along that's happening now, and everybody.
What is that?
He wants to get rid of that. I'm going to make sure that we have child care. We're going to significantly increase the credits people have for child care. I'm going to make sure we do something about what we're doing on lead pipes and all the things that are causing health problems for people across the country. We're going to continue to fight to bring down inflation and give people a break.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump, you now have 2 minutes for your closing statement.
Like so many politicians, this man is just a complainer. He said, we want to do this, we want to do that, we want to get rid of this tax, that tax.
No, he's not glowing.
But he doesn't do anything.
He was orange.
He does make our country unsafe by allowing millions and millions of people to fall in. Our military.
I'm gonna give you a shot. You want a shot and glow in front of you? Burn your ass up.
Israel, it was such a horrible thing that would have never happened.
I didn't tell
It should
you.
have never happened. Iran was broke.
You fucked up because ain't nobody gonna protest. They're gonna be like, "Ah, Summer done got his ass. We knew it was coming one day." We liked old Big Kurt. Big Kurt was the man, and he kept on playing with that crazy ass Bitchie too.
He talks about all the stuff that he didn't do it for 3.5 years. We're living in hell. We have the
Yeah, we are living
Palestinians
in
and we
hell.
have everybody else
Biden's the
rioting
devil.
all over the place. You talk about Charlottesville.
He is,
This
but
is
so
100
is he.
times Charlottesville, 1,000 times. The whole country is exploding because of you, because they don't respect you, and they have to respect their president, and they don't respect you throughout the
Any
world.
means. Talk this shit.
What we did was
He ain't talking
incredible.
no shit.
Rebuilt the
He ain't gonna
military. We
care.
got the largest tax cut in
You need
history,
to
the largest
respect your
regulation
president.
cut in history. The reason
He can
he's
suck
got
my
jobs
dick.
is
How about
because I
that?
cut the
Pull it
regulations
out.
that gave jobs.
And then
But
you'll
he's
be happy
putting a lot
because
of
it's
those
sucking your dick, because I got
regulations
papers
back
on that motherfucker.
All of the things that we've done, nobody's
That's
ever
my
seen.
shit.
We've never seen anything like even from the
And
metals
Nobody
that we're going
respects
to
Joe
try, where we
Biden.
can try space age materials instead of going to
I don't
Asia
respect neither one
or
of them.
going to Europe and trying to get when you're terminally ill. Now you can go and you can get something. You sign a document. They've been trying to get it.
Hey, how
for
many
42
black
years.
people were in
But you
that
know what we
church,
did for
Trump?
the military was incredible.
'Cause when
Choice
we
for our
looked,
soldiers, who are
It will look
soldiers,
like your show was
instead of
our way.
waiting for 3
Saying.
months to see a doctor, can go out and
A black
Jerry
get
pastor
Lewis
doesn't.
themselves
A black
fixed
pastor
up
doesn't make a
and
black
readied
church.
up and take
I'm
care
just
of
saying.
themselves, and they're living. And that's why I had the highest approval rating in the history of the VA. So all of these things, we're in a failing nation, but it's not going to be failing anymore. We're going to make it great again.
In 4 years. In
Thank
four,
you,
in
former
4
President
years,
Trump,
you think he's gonna do
President
something?
Biden.
You know the rule of
Stay
law.
with
We
us
won't even.
because we have full analysis
2
of
years
this
is what he's
debate.
got.
Anderson Cooper and Aaron Burnett start now on CNN.
Come in and rewrite all this shit like he did Obama. Rewrite all the bad shit.
And so the first presidential debate of the 2024 election season is in the books. As you witnessed, President Biden opening this debate and continuing with a very shaky voice, a raspy voice that we have learned from advisors close to him that apparently he's had a cold for the past several days.
Oh.
But he also had a number of wandering answers during this debate. He had a number of facts and accomplishments that he wanted to tout it, but I think his voice and sometimes was distracting from that. President Trump offered
Did she say
repeated
Trump?
lies and
That's what it sounded like she
exaggerations, but
said.
then President Biden failed to fact check Trump most
Yeah, he
of
does.
the time. We've got our entire panel here tonight to discuss what we witnessed. John Dickerson, I'll start with you.
For the majority of Americans who don't
We're gonna
want this
listen to this
choice,
just
the
for a
debate met
second.
those
I want to hear what
expectations.
some of their.
I think you characterized it correctly. What we heard about President Biden is people who know him said, when he was underestimated in the 2020 campaign, people said, look to his convention speech and he exceeded expectations. They said, look to his State of the Union addresses when he exceeded expectations. On the debate stage, he came in well under expectations, both as a matter of performance.
I mean,
and
he
as
made me
arguing
laugh.
for why his vision for the future is better. As you
Union
mentioned,
break.
Donald Trump gave fantastical, delusional answers on January 6th, on Charlottesville, on what he said about the theft of the last
You
election.
think I
And
don't
that
see you
matters
trying to take
because
my breath
he's
off?
trying to convince people who saw
You
things
give
with
me a
their
heads
own
up.
eyes that what
You
they
see
saw was
how
not
he
so.
did?
And part of being president is seeing things
Anyway,
clearly.
that's funny.
So how the voters will make something of this,
That's all he
I'm
does
not
is
sure,
sniff food. He doesn't even touch
but
it.
for
Well, Mom will
President
show you that.
Biden, who had the
Or baby.
behavioral challenge tonight, that's the theatrical challenge.
Oh, they have it. See, this is what's wrong with YouTube. I don't want Whoopi Goldberg. You gotta go to regular CNN. I went to YouTube CNN because I didn't know how to do it. Thank you. See, I just went to. She was already on YouTube. I guess, yeah, CNN. That's what we were just
I'm
watching.
John Dickerson. Join me for the Daily Report, weekdays on CBS News 24/7.
Tonight on Young America.
That's all you do is walk around. Yeah, that dumbass, it's a candle while you're trying to sniff everything. He's such a dork. Cue the banjo. Trump lost Wisconsin because of Milwaukee. I want to see what some of these, I'd like to see what a little bit of each one of them say, like what Fox is saying right now and what CNN is. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm going to these,
No, I know. I'm just
the last, I can find.
there we go. Yeah, that'll work. I like seeing what both sides say. You know what I mean? Because you know they both gonna be talking bad shit. We can't watch it. Fire Stick TV. Woo woo. Hold on, y'all. We're trying to get a actor thing real quick. I want to before
Sir,
I do.
you have to wonder if the format of this debate, the fact that the mics were muted may have played a role
When
in
were
this,
they
but
muted?
again, a slow start to this
They were
debate
still
for
talking.
President Biden. He did pick up steam. We'll have to see how people play it.
Let's go to Hallie Jackson, who's in the spin room down in Atlanta. And I mean, here's a race that in some ways was essentially tied perhaps at Donald Trump in the most of the national polls and swing state polls going into it, had a lead in most of them. The Biden campaign wanted and needed a compelling performance from their candidate. Did they get it?
No.
If a voter, Savannah, was tuning in, looking to see about concerns being alleviated about President Biden's age or strength or capability for office, it is not at all clear that that is what they got from this performance by President Biden tonight, which was shaky. It was a shaky start, wooden at times, meandering at times. I will tell you that
It was bad in the
in
beginning.
about the back half of the debate, maybe the latter third of the debate, I heard from a Democratic lawmaker, a member of Congress who has been a strong supporter of President Biden's, who suggested the possibility, Savannah, of perhaps an open convention or replacing President Biden on the ticket. I will tell you, it is all but potentially impossible for that to actually happen. But the fact that that is even being raised, the fact that that is even a shadow now hanging over the debate performance for President Biden is at minimum a headache for the Biden campaign moving into the next stretch of this campaign ahead of the Republican
This is
convention
crazy,
in the
y'all.
next couple weeks. And at worst, potentially something that will dog them now for months, given what we have seen from voters in polling consistently, which is, yes, concern about
That is
President Biden's
horrible.
age. Now, all of that said, I'm in the spin room, and they call it the spin room for a reason, Savannah. It is because you have surrogates here for both campaigns, and of course the Biden campaign out here trying to make the case that their candidates did well. And I will tell you what some of the early spin is now from Team Biden, suggesting that former President Trump's answer, for example, on January 6th was not a good one, that people are turned off by his insults, by his attacks on President Biden here. But remember the sort of social economy that we're in right now, Savannah and Lester, this idea that these sort of clippable, shareable moments are what people tend to see
This
if
is
they're not
horrible,
watching tonight,
guys.
but perhaps the next day or the day after. And there are some moments here that the Biden campaign is going to find tough to swallow based on the president's performance tonight.
Yeah. Speaking of
What
the
do we
spin room
do?
and surrogates, we want to do that right now.
This
Go
is
to Biden
horrible.
campaign national co-chair, former Mayor
God,
Mitch
this was
Landrieu. And Mr. Mayor, I mean,
horrible.
let's just put a
It was
fine point
great
on
to
it.
laugh at.
Was this
I
the
mean, I laughed
convention
so hard I
performance from
cried.
your
I'm not even
candidate
gonna
you
lie.
hope to see?
Well, I thought it was a really bare knuckles brawl. I think they're right. The president
A
started
bare
off
knuckles
slow, but
brawl?
then he came back. But the
What
most
we do
compelling
is
thing
bare
about
knuckle brawl.
tonight that you
Well,
were right
not
about
necessarily.
more
We
than
have
you're right
both,
about
but
anything else
come on, dude.
is
Really?
that when Donald Trump was speaking, he was lying. And the fact that there was no fact checking is incredible. It's really hard to debate somebody who is untethered from the truth. He doubled down on the fact that January 6th really wasn't a big deal. He doubled down on the fact
He
that he thought
did,
those
and it
folks were
was a big
patriots.
deal.
He doubled down on the fact that he was an election denier. He doubled down on the fact that he thought reversing Roe versus Wade was a great idea. He doubled down on the fact that the economy was the best in the world when in fact it was not. And so these debates have a way of coursing over time. But before tomorrow morning, when you fact check what was said, you are going to find out that almost everything that Donald Trump said tonight was a fabricated lie. The fact
Will that be the
fact check
conversation?
him in time is difficult.
But Mr. Mayor, will that be the conversation, or will the conversation be about the physical performance?
I think because of the way people analyze debates,
Well,
it's going to be at first about
I want to
the
give
physical
you guys a
performance, but when
chance
you get
to
into
come
the
up and say
substance of what was
something if you
said, I
want.
think the takeaway from this was that Joe Biden was
Would
right on the
anybody like to
substance.
come up?
He told
Or
the
we can
truth.
shut it down.
Yeah.
It's whatever you guys want to do. It doesn't matter to me. They were both lying. 100%. 100%. Let's see. Oh my goodness, you guys. I haven't laughed so hard in my life. Well, I haven't laughed so hard in a while. I'll put it that way. Sheesh. I couldn't even debate my husband because it was just horrible.
Do you got any razors?
Yeah. Is our razor not in there?
Uh,
You mean like plastic razors?
Yeah, the ones you cut now. But you got-
I can get some tomorrow. Yeah, I don't have any more. Oh, yeah, this is horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible.
Based on what they saw tonight, that this is the president who will serve another 4 years.
What's up, Howard?
Are you comfortable with that assessment based on what you saw tonight?
I am. I served with President Biden for 2 years. I was with him on a regular basis, and I've seen him recently. I think that he's fine. I think he had a cold tonight. I think he looked a little sluggish when he came out, but as the night went on, I think he really kind of rose to the occasion. It's going to be a very, very difficult night. It was a bare knuckles brawl, but I'm proud of the fact that he stood up to Donald Trump and the mistruths that he told, and he tried to lay his plan out for the American people.
All right, Mitch Landrieu, Biden campaign co-chair, thank you so much. We want to turn now to our
Thank you for
senior,
having me.
yeah, of course. Our senior national correspondent, Tom Yamas, is on the floor of the spin room. Tom,
Yeah,
what do
you
you
can come
hear?
up if you want. Anybody who's more welcome, come up.
Hey, Savannah, good to be with you tonight. So listen,
I can be
campaigns,
loud for just a
elections, they
little
are
bit.
all about strategies. The Biden campaign strategy in the spin room is a little odd right now. All these people are waiting for any Democratic strategist to come out, anyone from the Biden campaign, anybody who supports Joe Biden to come out here and defend his performance. Right now, you can see there are not a lot of people here. To be fair, they have chosen a different space from what we understand. They're going to have surrogates there as well. But if I turn the camera around the spin room, all these people here, these people are talking to Trump supporters. These are Trump surrogates that are out here, right? People like Vivek Ramaswamy, people like Representative Stefanik. We saw Senator Rubio enter the room as well. Essentially, the point I'm trying to make is that the Trump team is out here on the offense. They're out here saying basically that the President Biden, had a very bad debate, that President Trump, obviously the candidate they're supporting, had a much better debate, and that the decision now is clear, right? That if the American viewers, the voters saw the performance from President Biden, the choice is clear. Again, I'm sure in the moments to come, President Biden will be out. Somebody from his team will come out here and defend the president's performance. But right now, again, listen, all these reporters, and there's dozens of them, are waiting for anyone to come out right now from the Biden campaign. And listen, this is the spin room. So even though they have a different room that they wanted to put their people in, as far as strategy goes, as far as where the reporters are, this is where everyone is right now. And again, all these piles of people you see here, all these reporters, these cameras, they're surrounding Trump surrogates.
Yes,
You can see the
that's it,
signs
so.
up there, right? Senator Tim Scott. Let's walk over. Vivek Ramaswamy's over here. Senator Marco Rubio's over here. Let's go see if we can get Senator Rubio real quick to see what he says. We're going to send it back to you guys in the studio as we give you a live shot of Senator Rubio.
All right, John. I think I'm
And
going to take a
we'll see out
shower
here in the spin room
and
floor.
All right, very good.
all that good
Thank
stuff.
you. Joining us now from the debate spin room is North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum. Governor, good evening. Thank you for
Since
being
nobody's
with us.
coming up. Maybe
Lester,
go
great to be
go
with
live
you.
late.
We heard
Maybe
from
go live in a
the,
little bit.
surrogate for the Biden campaign that President Trump, in their view, flooded the zone with untruths, truths. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I think my reaction is that President Trump had a very strong performance that I think America saw. If they saw the challenges that Joe Biden had just delivering a message, and he didn't have an answer on inflation, he didn't have an answer on the border. And I think that's what the Americans I talk to, Republicans, Independents, Democrats,
This is a pure
those are the
shit
two
show.
things that
Like,
are
for
affecting them most. The border isn't about immigration; it's about national security and public safety.
This is horrible.
And we didn't hear answers to that. And I think that me as a business guy listening to it,
You notice
it's a
what they
it's
didn't
clear
touch
that,
on,
you know,
which is something
Joe
I wanted to
Biden's
hear
got a
about,
50-year-long
was the
philosophy,
police
which
stuff.
is essentially anti-business. Right now, of course, American economy buried in regulation. He wants to raise taxes, and every solution is higher taxes and more spending. And so I think that, you know, people didn't see anything new. There was no vision there, and people know that they were better off under President Trump. And so I think tonight, big win for President Trump.
And Governor, on style points, the fact that there was no audience, do you think that in the end helped the former president?
Well, I think that President Trump showed what he shows a lot of people, which is whether he's in small groups or whether he's at fundraisers. I mean, he's right now, he's in a great spot. He's calm, he's strong, he's confident. I mean, this is not the guy that was running in 2016. He knows what it's like to be president. He's done it before. He's surrounded
All right,
himself by a
sweetie,
great
good night.
campaign team. And
Love
I
you.
think he's very confident about how he's going forward. I think that showed in his performance tonight.
Governor, can I ask you something? A lot of folks are just tuning in, really paying attention. They're not political junkies like you or I may be, and they're just tuning in right now. And one of the last things they remember, of course, is January 6th, the president losing the election, but claiming he didn't, people rioting at the Capitol. Here he was again tonight, asked point blank, if you lose the election, will you concede? And he just doesn't answer the question directly.
No, he didn't.
He's always hedging it with if it's free and fair. And of course, the implication is it's not free and fair if he's not the winner. Why don't he just come right out and say, of course, I'll accept the results of this election?
Well, I think you heard him say that at the end. It would be easier for him if everybody thought we had secure elections, but we know in our country, being a democracy, this is a challenge.
I'm not tired. I'm just fucking yawning.
It's just a red herring, because I mean, he got to litigate it. He had the advantages of our democracy and our courts and every other institution,
beautiful.
which found that it was a free
Yeah,
and fair election.
I
And he
live
was still
streamed the
on about
audio
that.
because I didn't want. I always get. I don't know. I don't do it right. I don't think. Down, chicka, bow, wow.
Well, I think for
Down,
any of us that
chicka, bow,
are around, and I
wow.
was also part of that 2020 election. We had
Love you too, Mama Bear.
election in North Dakota. We got election security there, but we had so many rule changes in 2020 with COVID. We had record number of mail out, not mail in ballots,
Yeah.
but mailing out. flooding
I
the
dropped the
zone
link.
with
If
all these
anybody wants to
ballots,
come up, they
to
can. If not, I'm gonna just
non-updated
probably
voter
maybe
files,
go come back in a little bit
boxes. I mean, you can
and go
verify
live.
that this is the number of ballots that got counted, but I'm a guy that spent my life in tech and in business processes, and when you've got unmonitored documents that don't have any,
I mean,
any
shit, it
control
couldn't be no
over the
worse than
path
it
of
is
that
now.
document, you
Fuck.
don't know where it came from, you don't know where it's been.
I don't know. I don't want my
They'll never
sake the
pass
way
any
it
kind
runs
of
shit
audit
right
from
now,
a,
but
quarterly audit from a public company. So I think we all want the same thing.
I'm fucking yawning. I'm not even tired. I don't know what the fuck I'm yawning for.
Was challenged, down in one county in Florida, the 2016 election, which people claim there's Russian interference, the 2020 election. I mean, 3 of the last 5 elections, either of the different parties have been saying there was concerns.
We can't let you out of here without asking a question about the VP selection process. What are you hearing? Obviously,
Sure you can.
This is one of the top 3 items.
Well, have you been asked to be VP? Because the former president says his VP was there tonight. You're there. Marco Rubio's there. JD Vance is there. Have you been asked to be VP?
There's so much talent in the Republican Party here tonight. I think the real question has got to be on the Democrat side. I'm sure that's the question right now is the choice that Joe Biden made 4 years ago.
What's up, Vinny?
What's going on? I heard this was the best live stream ever. This is my worst Trump impression.
oh my god, I haven't laughed so fucking hard.
I'm the best at everything. Everything I touch just turns to my toilet bowl gold.
God help us all. So what do you think about the debate?
Debate? Jeez, it's like 2 guys arguing at the fucking KFC drive-thru at 2 a.m. You know, like who hit whose fucking bumper? What the fuck?
Oh my god. That's horrible. God, it was horrible. I laughed so fucking hard. I can't even remember the times. I just remember I kept laughing. I was crying. I was laughing so hard.
I wonder how many times Biden fucking shit his pants and you know. You know what? Trump's there too. I'm sure. Oh God, can you imagine what these men look like naked? Jesus Christ, these men should be ashamed of themselves. These guys look like fucking. You see how much Botox? I think he's had more Botox than Michael Jackson. That scumbag.
Hey,
Jesus.
look. When it first came on, I was looking and I was like, why is he? And then he's got Botox in certain areas, but like all over here is like weird and then it's like, I don't know, dude. It's bad. It's bad.
I mean, come on. Yeah, when's enough enough? When do you just say, you know what? I'm a big douchebag. I only care about myself. I'm a sellout. And by the way, I need more flags to put my big stupid orange face on. And by the way, go out and buy my bobblehead. Oh, yeah, who does that sound like? Oh, yeah, that other fat fuck. Who's that? Alex Jones. You buy my products. Yeah. I'm the picture of fitness health, everybody. Just buy my products. Yeah, buy my bobblehead, Trump. Where has Trump been in 4 fucking years, you scumbag? You left us high and dry with this cocksucker after you locked up how many fucking United States citizens? You creepy bastard. Oh, by the way, you're the father of the vaccine, scumbag. Did you forget that? We got that shit all over the place. He's a dickhead. Let me at them, Summer. I'd have a fucking just a regular lot, like right here, right now. They're just human beings. And let me tell you something, Summer. With the powers that rest that I best I could, I'm putting my frequency, and I'm trying to have one of these. The nearest obelisk. I think I know where one is in Jersey somewhere. And I'm gonna shoot the frequency, Summer, straight over to these mooks, and somehow I'm trying to like manifest getting these two cocksuckers up here, right here, right now, like Van Halen song, right now.
Oh man.
I gotta see. Did you see what I did with this guy back in? Well, I'm Joe Biden, and you know, I have the record of taking care of the most veterans in history. Yes, scumbag, because you sat in fucking political office as one of the most fucking longest idiots, like Pelosi fucking vampires said. You know, people are vampires.
Look, at one
point. I'm sorry if it's too
point,
much, Summer. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Vinny, at one point, he was literally looking, right? He like looked over here this way, and then he said, it was like somebody smacked him back in the Matrix. That shit killed me.
They have better animatronics at Disney World.
I was like,
you see, now that's where you want to be, ladies and gentlemen. Look, these two guys, in retrospect, let's look at it this way, Summer, right? These two guys, they're at the top of the heap. They got dough. They got whatever the fuck it is that they get with doing the bullshit that they do being scumbags. But they don't stop. They just want to keep going and going. And they know it's a fucking circus. And they know they're lying. And they know we know. And that's where the stalemate comes in. And that's why I feel the energy, you know, like a Phil Collins song in the air tonight. I'm telling you, these bastards. And now with all of us now getting to know each other online, this shit spreads like fucking wow. These guys are toast. There's nothing these guys can say, especially Trump. I mean, why don't you go on another campaign and pat yourself on the back and put more Cheeto dust on other fucking citizens? Get the fuck out of here. You're done, asshole. You left us all fucking high and dry. Yeah, I fell for your stupid 4-year shit too. Well, it was better than any alternative, right? Fuck it. But God's saying, gentlemen, and they're not even gentlemen. I'm being respectful with that. Both these cocksuckers should be fucking ashamed of themselves. As human beings, they should be ashamed of themselves and fuck their families who claim, quote unquote, I care about these people and I would never have a family member. If that was my grandfather, I'd be saying, get him the fuck out of here. He's lost it. He can't put shit like this in his boob's head. It's like giving I don't know. Let me take a break. I'm going to take a break. I'm having fun, but I'm taking a break.
No, you're good. Vinny's going to take what is it? A union break. So Christine, what did you think?
Union break.
I love Vinny. He's great. Remember.
He's a fuck either way. He's a fuck either way.
I used to, when we first came around, Ozzy would be like, bro would be like, God, man, he's cool, but goddamn. And I'd be like laughing. I'd be like, I think he's fucking hilarious. He'd be like,
at the start, he was a bit much, but yeah, you warm, you know, he's got to warm into you. You know,
yeah. Once you get it, it's like, okay, it's just, you know, it's like me. I'm a loudmouth crazy person. He's a loudmouth funny person. So it works.
Yeah, exactly.
Christine, what did you think about your president?
I did a lot of fact checking during this whole thing.
Hit us with some fact checks. Look at those legs.
Well, because I believe in facts, okay? Both of them lied. Almost the entire time, both of them lied. And they're going to call it, as Trump said, misinformation. No, they're blatant lies. That's all I have to say. But here's my two outlooks on this. Something has to change. Every single person in the United States has said this, okay? And you know, we know there's a bigger scheme to this, because why would either one of them want to run? Why would either party put them up to run? Okay?
Right.
For decades, it has been brought up, we need to disband the two parties. We can't have a two-party democracy. It doesn't work that way. But because our forefathers thought it would, There's our Constitution. I think this is going to be the beginning of the end of democracy, how we see it.
Yeah.
I really do. And it's not going to be in my lifetime. And I know this, but I think this is the beginning of the end of the two-party system. And it's not a bad thing. It's really not.
Katrina, if you listen, don't bring that Joe Biden, fuck Joe Biden hat. Did you hear what he called him Brandon?
Yeah. So there we go.
It says fuck Joe Biden on it though. Oh.
I see that. And then my next thing is they're calling this a debate. Will somebody please tell me how this is a debate?
Well, they stick their hands in their pockets all night long and they jerk off. So it's a mess.
Is that it? Okay, I was wondering. They're demasturbating. I didn't know. I wasn't sure because okay, I've been on debate teams. You don't get these predetermined questions this far in advance.
Obviously, we're all on board that it's a skit. It's all scripted. They
Well,
have
yeah,
minds.
but
they
you
all,
have
right down to the proctors and the cameramen. It's all
But you
staged.
have these far right and these far left
Do you have
people.
Trump's picture, Katrina? Bleh. I was looking, I was like, is that a toupee I see? Yes, it is. That motherfucker just moves all the time.
Maurice
my
moves,
God.
They don't pull off.
Are they
Come down
sewn
to
in?
Queens Boulevard for your personalized fitting.
I bet.
Maurice, that's a good fella.
Oh yeah, SNL is going to be great.
Oh yeah, SNL.
I'm the best, Christine. Listen, Christine, can I get your vote if I'm the best at pickleball? I want to be the best at pickleball.
Maybe.
I'm
It
the
beats
best
golf.
at the pickleball, so I'm going to take you for a ride, girl.
It beats
Actually,
golf.
his face isn't sad. It looks like a butthole.
Well, Biden
His
a couple
mouth
of
does. He'd be like,
but
he does
but
that shit.
did you see Biden a couple of times his face? I swear to God. It looked like my kid's face when I would say, I think you're lying to me. They give me this jaw mouth drop and this glazed look like, what do you mean I'm not telling the truth?
Hold on, wait. What about when that motherfucker was stuck somewhere and he got knocked back into the matrix? He went from like this, and then he just came back and he was like,
Yeah.
Hey, he shapeshifted right then and there.
Is there a zapper in his pocket?
I believe it. I know what they're doing, but I mean, I can't prove it, but I don't want to say what they do.
Aussie Nathan's taking us to the Opera House.
Oh, I
is
thought
that
he
where
just
we're
left
going?
one of his cameras.
I believe that's where
toy
we're
train
going.
set.
He's
We're going around some toy set.
yeah, he said in chat that he'd take us to the Opera House.
Oh, yay!
I think
Hell
that's
yeah.
where he's
Clamshell
going.
building?
I'm gonna
Is
put
that
him
like
on-
that
Yeah,
clamshell building?
I'll get. Yeah, that looking thing. I'll go there first. I'm going to go to the. I'm going to go to the American Embassy as well. Do a bit of recording there.
Oh.
In support of Carolina. You know.
Sweet
Yeah, I think
home Carolina.
we can talk it when
Yeah,
like your
just
stuff so that way we can see Australia.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see the embassy.
I like the nice blended colors in the background of the buildings. They really did a really bang up job. Nice and drab.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, they got coloured balconies. That's about it.
It's all dark over here and it's all
Yeah,
white
at least
over there.
one's putting a little color.
Mm-hmm. The blue skies are pretty.
Those white buildings are racist. Those white buildings are racist.
They got
You know, I watch all of them abroad, and they're always untrained. I don't ever really see a lot of driving. I see trains.
Next stop, Central.
I like trains, you know.
Yeah, I don't.
I
Oh,
agree.
yeah.
I
It's
still think
easier
I'm just
with
a
trains.
Chicago rider the L.
I say they don't do enough trains here because I don't know, whatever. If you know what, that would be one fucking order of business I would do is bump up the wonderful railway systems that we have in this fucking country. So everybody has to go to their airport and fucking take my shoes off and stick it, touch me. You know, just hop on a fucking train
How does that go again?
and fucking just party your ass off to your destination with no problem. You know. You park your car, you throw your bag at the guy, you get in the bar car, you're good for fucking 10, 15 hours. How about that?
Stop at Central.
I don't know. I have to get off here or what?
I'm moving into the living room, guys. Hold on. You guys can talk.
Okay.
I'll be right back. He's gotta watch TV now. He's gotta go to bed. He's gotta go to work. I couldn't even roast you because his ass was so stupid. All I
Nathan,
could do was
everybody's
fucking
waiting
laugh.
for you. Look, they're all holding signs up for Nathan. They're waiting. Look at them. They're all giving you the stink eye. I saw that one guy. I don't know, Nathan. Just be careful at this stop, man. Let's see what's going on. Let's assess it. Let me look around. I'm gonna pretend I'm in uniform, standing in this car like I used to do in New York City. I'll look around.
I'm gonna mute myself. I'll be right back.
So Nathan, I'm gonna narrate as if I was standing in my old uniform. All right. So that's because it's a perfect height. All right. So this is me thinking to my head as I'm standing there looking around when people go, "Oh shit, the cop's standing there." Now this is my what's going on in my head moment, right? Okay, look. Oh, that guy looks like he's got a hunchback. Okay.
Wait a minute, Nathan. Are you on the top card or is that just the regular bottom one?
This is the top one.
How cool. Okay, sorry, I'm muting. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
It's double deckers. Double deckers.
Yeah, they're double deckers. The double deckers. It's like a big
Double
set.
decker. There you go.
Yeah, that's kind of that's almost a Mook stretch, right? Hey, it's a double decker.
Yeah, twin zero, they're all the same. All three of the cars. So,
Now those look like fancy petroleum canisters to me, not buildings. They just do. They look like fancy glassy petroleum canisters that are disguised as buildings. That's just my thought.
yeah,
All right, so
well,
now I'm
she's-
hanging
she's
on. and
one-
I'm thinking, I'm sorry, Nate. So now I'm hanging on the rail, right? Because I can't sit down. You're not allowed to sit down, so I got to stand the whole ride, right? My whole tour. I can't sit down unless I'm on my lunch break, right? So now I'm holding on. I'm like, all right, okay, get ready, Vinny. All right, let me adjust my hat. Make sure there's no fucking stupid boss waiting to scratch my memo book. Okay, tighten up. Okay, look around. Okay. All right.
Now we're going underground.
See, that's what I would do.
I finish that now. I might drop service here, but I might do a live, and if someone wants to restream the live or whatever, or put live on her screen.
I like the cars
So I
that
can
talk.
say
They say the station's name. Next stop, Balbo Station.
Wait, what did you say,
Yeah.
Ozzy?
I said I might go live myself and go to the Opera House and the Embassy, and then
Okay.
first I'll go to the Opera House here first with you, and then I'll jump off and I'll go to the Embassy, and then I'll
Okay.
go live, and you can put it up on your screen. I'll show you the Opera House first.
Okay, cool. I'm excited. I'm getting
All
my
right,
area
cool. I'm just going underground at the moment, so if I lose service, I shouldn't.
This train will stop at Town Hall. Change at Town
Full
Hall.
underground,
or T4 Eastern
under the city.
and light rail services.
Next stop, Balbo Station. Oh wow, that's how they got him in The Fugitive. Remember? Yeah, I think he's at Balbo Station. I don't know, guys. Let's get over there.
Town Hall Station.
Did you ever see The Fugitive?
Tickets, please.
Oh, yeah, you sounded
Tickets,
like
please. Yeah, I'll
you
send
sounded
it
like
to you.
Sean Connery right there. Tickets. He's a hard one for me to do.
Tickets, please.
Town Hall. Please mind the gap when getting on or
I
off
just
the
need
train.
one ping, please. One ping only, please. The submarine it pings. Nathan, be honest. You're really working in a nuclear reactor. All right, come on, just tell us. It looks like you're in a nuclear reactor.
We're going underground.
Yeah. That's what she said. Ooh.
Yeah. We're going down under. That's what she said.
That's right. I come from the land of the. Oh, wait. I forget the word. Men at Work, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And my favorite one is, I can't sleep at night because of the permission. I forget. I'm butchering the shit out of it, but I know how it goes. It's like day after day, repeat. Some shit like that.
I did a live not long a while. I don't know, probably a week or 2 weeks back in the city here, but it was nighttime and it was raining, and we got like a light festival on at the moment. So the city's all lit up in different colours.
Oh, that's
all
cool.
these laser lights and all that sort of stuff.
Kind
So
of like light festival, skylight, shit like that.
yeah, they put on a drone show and all. They put a drone show on and all that sort of shit.
Have you ever checked out some of the shows, Aussie Nathan?
Get off here and walk. What?
Have you ever checked out some of those shows that they do, like where they do the fireworks and the LEDs and the drones all around their buildings?
Yeah, they did that in Thunder over last year.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's what they're doing now.
Yeah. Well, I'd say it's pretty clean. I'd get off. I'd say, wow, it's nice and looks clean.
That's one thing I'll say.
You got fucking TVs down there too, you pricks.
Australia's really clean.
Look at that. Can you imagine going down there and it's on fucking like one of your guys' YouTube channel? How fucking cool would that be, man?
Right?
Yeah, fucking nice.
I'm working on it.
That's nicer.
Yeah, it's clean. That's
He was
one
walking
fucking
around the
thing
mall
too,
and stuff
right?
like.
These people know
He
how
was
to
walking-
fucking put their garbage away. How about we teach everybody how to put garbage away? All right?
I love it.
Instead of fucking Trumponomics or Bidenomics. How about everybody just fucking clean up? How about everybody fucking clean up?
We'll go out. How about we go out this way? I wouldn't have a clue where the fuck I am until I get out from underground.
Uh-oh, you got to get stopped like in the movie Total Recall, and you're going to take your head off and you go, how long is your stay here, sir, on Mars? 2 weeks.
Oh, it's colder over there, right?
Yeah, I still got shorts and that on. It's not cold, not that cold, but at night it gets cold.
Nathan, just make sure you tell them you're not the droids they're looking for. Okay. It looks like you're on a spaceship. Like
Coming out of the nuclear reactor. We're leaving now.
That's it. You're in the underground.
Shift's finished.
Yeah, the ship. Yeah, the night crew's coming through.
You're special, bro. I like to
There's the nuclear reactor.
Yeah, that's where all the fuel is, right up there.
What the fuck's this?
I like how they have the televisions, Bode and Fitz Nice.
Wait a minute, why were we seeing legs? What are we seeing legs about?
It's probably a Crown Royal advocate.
Oh my God, I see his legs. What?
Oh, it's the Queen. I love people walking on
Oh, it's the Queen. Fuck.
I love
Holy God. Dude.
Oh, look how beautiful. Is that inside the train station?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is inside.
Wow.
Their architect's
Wow.
beautiful.
That's nice.
It's cool.
That's beautiful.
Nice and shiny. A lot of reflection. I like that. Very clean looking, just streamlined. Nice.
Where are all the
And
fingerprints
there's all
in the food?
That's the homeless
All right,
over there.
changed my mind. Look across the
They sleep inside here.
Oh man. Well, at least they
Look
let
at
them
there.
stay there.
Look at their
So.
lounge room. Yeah, they got the best lounge room out. I'm telling you, rich cunts. We got this way.
Were,
Upper Bridge
were
that
those
way.
were those like homeless people sleeping in there, or just people?
Yeah, all homeless. Yeah, no, they're all homeless.
So do they let them stay in there all the time, even at night?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The guy had a dirt bike there with him, so obviously the rules are pretty loose. I mean, the guy had a
Oh,
dirt
yeah,
bike,
this one, fuck it.
yeah, so obviously they're pretty down with it. So that's cool. You know, at least they got a place to go that they feel comfortable with.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
you got
safe
electric
and
bike
it's
and
warm.
everything. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's got. He told you.
And somebody cleans the fingerprints off. See, look at that dirt bike.
He's got a little scooter. Fucking A, man. Hey, listen,
Ah.
that looks like LaGuardia Airport at 5 p.m. on a weeknight. Oh, look at that. Nice Porsche. Ooh, nice. That was a sexy fucking ride. Did you see that yellow baby?
It was a nice yellow baby, that one, yeah.
That was a
They're
canary
my
yellow.
favourite,
It
them
looked like a
cunts.
Carrera. I wasn't sure.
The
Though.
GT4. I think it was the GT3 that was.
Yeah, I don't know them like the numbers, but I just, you know.
Yeah, the
That
GT4
yellow,
and
that
the
yellow just
GT3.
catches your eye, you know.
I got to get my gimbal out, man. This fucking pissing me off
Your
holding my hand
dingo?
up like this.
Do you
Is
have a
that code
dingo?
word? Now listen, I know
My
you get a little
gimbal.
extreme over there. Is that code word you're gonna take a piss in the alley?
Take a piss in the alley.
I'm gonna pull out my gimbal, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that anything like a ding-a-ling or what? A dong or
Gimbal.
what?
Oh, Christine. And that's an actual song too over here, Rossi. Did you know that there's an actual ding-a-ling song here in the United States?
Sing it, Vinny.
I don't know. That's kind of it's. You know what? That's too mook for even me to make fun of it. So mooky. But I'll do the other one with the other chick that does it. Right? She goes. Just when I think about you, I touch myself. Oh yes, I do. I think about you when I touch myself.
Okay, Aussie Nathan, do you
hey,
have a
Aussie
skirt
Nathan,
on?
Could you just like loudspeaker
Have
just
a
like
what?
while you're standing across
Let me
the
see your
street?
legs.
I'm gonna
My
sing that
legs.
song while you stand
Okay,
next to
there you go.
somebody
Oh,
getting ready
nice
to cross
legs.
the
There you go. I saw it looked like somebody had a brown skirt on, and it was probably the person walking past you.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
I'm like, do you have a skirt on?
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's more stable for you.
There we go.
Oh, much better. But we were tolerating before. It's a nice sight.
Yeah, it's a lot better when we want to get the gimbal out.
All right, so this is me like John Travolta walking down the street. You can't tell me where I am, my walk. All right, I'm walking. All right, look at both ways. Okay, cross on the green on the between. Hey, you two over here, how you doing, honeys? All right, you leave him a little lunch. You need a little help. No, she's got farmer woman jeans. Woo! Anyway, let's keep it moving. They take care of their grass. Hey, how you doing? Hey, she's all dressed for Halloween already.
Look at that. I just want to
Fuck
show
you,
you.
Vinny.
Look, hey Ozzy, look, my cat is watching you, literally.
Ah, he is.
Oh, that's cool.
He's like, what you
That's right.
doing? Hey, that's me there. It's me, mamas. Who's that? Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty.
I just thought it was
Fuck,
cute
I
because
got
he
off
was
there.
watching. He was watching his live. He's like, I want to go to Australia. I heard they got some good pussy there.
Yeah, Vinny's on panel.
100%. Well,
Oh, look, there's a double decker.
meow meow. Yeah, double decker bus. We don't usually have many of them here. That's the tour one, I think. Yeah, Northern Beaches.
Hey, Aussie Nathan. Marcy said, us sober peeps were just pretending we were drunk. Pre-gimbal.
I need to get a gimbal so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, these things are good. These DJI ones are fucking very durable. Dropped it a few times and had it whacked out of my hand by a cop. Never missed a beat. You buy the cheaper ones and then you end up fucking.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to.
They end up shitting themselves when you drop one.
Yeah. I had a good one, but then it just finally went out. With the one I used in 2020, it was great. I got it at Best Buy. It was nice, but it just finally did.
Why the barricades?
So people don't turn left down there no more, I guess.
Mm.
Where the fuck am I?
Now that maybe it was an important building. Sometimes important buildings they do that so nobody parks up front.
Katrina said you should wish everybody Merry Christmas.
Oh, see their reaction like, why is he wishing us Merry Christmas? Now I get it. Took me a moment.
Fucking sun button.
By the way, everybody, I put 2 polls on my community page. One is for a game night, what night you guys would like to do game night, and then one night is for a ladies' night, all ladies panels. So,
So what? I got to dress up in high heels and a skirt and come on.
See
I
that
identify
skirt?
as a lady.
See that skirt I thought you were wearing? See?
But I'm also gonna have a fellas night too, and I could have Vinny and Ozzy help me moderate it. Like they could help with it, and I could just let everybody on, and it'd just be the guys.
I think you ought to do an evening when you do a men's night is get Curtis time to be up on their panel.
Oh, girl, he works so once he retires soon,
I
then
know.
he's gonna do stuff like that. He wants to, but he can't, and I would get 4 o'clock in the morning. He ain't.
I know. I get it.
I should have got off and. So I should have got off and caught the train to the fucking Opera House instead of. I thought I'd show you the scenic route.
I think it's pretty.
Well, I do too. I don't mind it. I know your legs may be tired in that skirt.
The skirt.
Katrina said when we go to Louder in Life, she said parking lot thing. It's going to be a parking lot thing this year. Oh my God, Katrina. Okay, so Katrina's going to yell out Merry Christmas to everybody. So we were leaving Louder Than Life last year, and some guy, whatever, his girl was arguing or some shit, and I was like, "Fuck him, girl. You don't need him. I'll fuck you better than he does, bitch. Come get in the car with me." I was screaming at her. I was like, his dick can't handle you. I was like, it's okay, I got you. I said, boy, you better treat her right for us, still your girlfriend. Or I was just talking all kinds of shit. Katrina was rolling. It was funny. It was great. I'm a hot mess. I really am as much as a fool as I am on the blind eye as I am in real life.
We would walk downtown and I'd tell everybody you dropped your pocket. And every single person looked at the ground.
Yeah, I do silly shit sometimes that I'm out and about.
A lot of scooters and motorcycles, huh?
Yeah, that's the last time I seen that too.
It's a weapon up. Look at that beast. Fuck, yeah. It's a caddy.
That's a nice one.
A weapon.
It's just so clean there, man.
So they're claiming Trump won the debate tonight.
I mean,
All Trump people are going to say that.
Yeah.
Right.
They're just fucking talking about a bunch of rubbish arguing. Like school kids.
They talked about their fucking golf swings. Like, what? What's up, Robert? How are you doing? That's right. Hit that like button, you guys. If you ain't paid your rent yet, go pay the fucking rent. Hit the thumbs up.
This shit is fucked up. Yeah, down here at night, it's fucking beautiful when with the light spectacle that we got on at the moment. Vivid, it's crazy. On my
So
last
what?
actual live that I did, not a panel of the live that I did walking around Sydney, I did it, but it was in the rain. But you still got to see all the light spectacle on that, just not the drones. So I was going to say, hopefully it's on tonight.
What
Do
time
the
is it
same
there?
again tonight. It's only
Okay.
1:30.
Yeah. It's
Took
11:30
like
here. Almost 11:30 here.
yeah. So all you peoples over there will be sleeping when it's night time here.
Yep, you're in the future.
Yep.
Damn future people. Can't trust them. They won't
Marcy
give me
said
the.
who's they. I'm not for sure who they is. Did I say that? I don't know. I can't remember.
I'm gonna walk all the way back to where I was to go before the cop shop. Oh, there goes the cops there already. I can smell weed. Yeah, but fucking nuts.
Look at that wall.
Oh, mate, sitting under the bridge here, smoking a joint.
Hey, Shelley. How'd you like the debate, beautiful? Yeah, it's over. We're moving on. We're going to the Australia's Opera House. Sydney's Opera House.
Sydney Opera House, that's it.
Shelley said, well. I laughed so hard I was crying, Shelley.
There's the Harbour Bridge in the background.
Master Troller, what's up, sweetie? How you doing?
I'm gonna start warming my pipes up for the opera house so I could sing Asshole mio.
Oh, Christine, who said fuck, I can't talk tonight. Marcy said who is they? Who said that he won?
Oh, I'm watching the different channels on TV. I'm flipping around.
Hey, get out of here, kid. You bother me. Oh, it's a statue.
Mainstream media, Marcy, don't worry about it. It's none of us, that's for damn sure.
You know, now if I was Nathan, if I was walking this street in full uniform, I would for sure the first time like just noticing that statue, I would stop and I would pull out my book and just draw like a little character. and people would think I'm writing the fucking statue.
Yeah, I don't know where your brain is sometimes.
Ticket inspector.
Every time you went in your pocket to take your pen, or you went for your pen, it was like a swarm of bees would come over. Like you saw cars moving faster than fucking Benny Hill's theme song.
I'm doing good, Master Treller. Hopefully you're having a good day. And Shelley, don't you know their golf game is the most important thing we got going on in the country right now? It's not crime. It's not homelessness. It's not women's rights. It's not anything but their fucking golf game. And apparently somebody, I think Biden's going to carry his golf clubs. Like, I don't even know what the fuck happened there.
Well, listen, Summer. I said this summer was going to be the summer of no malarkey, and I meant it. No malarkey.
Yeah.
It's no malarkey, folks. No malarkey.
If you have not voted for the Ring Girl contest, please hit the link. We got a couple more weeks, you guys. We can win the online thing. It's a $500 prize. We almost won it last time. So let's try to get it this time. And if we all vote every day, I think we got a good shot. So, woo-woo.
Hey, everybody's out there eating. Who?
I like that. See, I like spaces. I like places like that to go eat at. Like that's where I would be like, all right, let's go here. I love outdoors, pretty areas.
People watching is fun. I like people watching. People
Yeah, I
watching
love
to
people
me is
watching.
fucking funny as shit.
Yeah, I love it. I used to go to Walmart at 4 o'clock
There's
in the
Vinny
morning.
there.
Vinny, when the club would close, and then for some reason we'd all be drunk and like, let's go to Walmart, and we go and people watch. That shit was fucking great.
Oh yeah.
There was so much mucking
I tell
around
you,
going on.
they got. I don't care any Walmart, no matter where it's at. There's quite some characters you'll see after midnight. Go through the doors.
There it is over there.
Look at it, you guys. Oh my god, that's so
Look.
beautiful. I'm gonna be there one day. You think I'm joking, Ozzy? I'm gonna end up. Me and Curtis is gonna end up down there. Watch.
It
100%.
reminds me of Clams on the Half Shell.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be broke by the time I get there, so I might have to sleep on your couch. But I'm gonna fucking get there, damn it. No, I do. I want to come down there really bad, though. I think it's just beautiful.
Also, the only way you could make it to that building is with a lot of practice, pal. Oh no! Oh, he finally gets it. Yeah, I don't know if anybody caught that. You know, like
Look
how
how
do they
pretty
say?
it is.
How do you get to Carnegie Hall? You have a lot of practice.
And look at that building. That's pretty.
Yeah.
Look at the cranes, man. Those God bless those guys Woo, and girls.
All right, Master
Yeah, up
Sean.
there
Talk to
working
you
the
soon,
ass.
sweetie.
Fuck, it's hot today, actually. Ooh.
Those
I
buildings
like
are
the
pretty.
building to the left that whatever it's reflecting, it looks like another darker image in there. Oh wow, is that? Look at that black and white. No, that is fucking
That's
crazy.
the architect there. I'm a big I love architect, and their architect is dope as fuck.
I like the building in. I think it's London. It looks like a big Fabergé.
Look, it's
Oh,
a
wait, I'm going to
taxi.
mute. There's mute.
Oh, look at the taxi. Isn't that cool?
That's
Yeah.
so cool. I want to go.
Oh, they look like bumper boats, man. You know how much?
They're so cute, though. Look at them.
Yeah,
Couldn't
they're
you
cool, man.
imagine
They're
us
so
all
cute.
on those bumper boats?
Oh,
Oh
can you
my
imagine
God.
giving us
Oh,
like
it'll be
10
so
of
much
those and
fun.
giving us like 5 hours in the day? We don't see them come back right.
That's so cool.
My granddaughter has a remote control little bumper car that it goes in circles and you can control it by a remote. I mean, she sits in it and it goes pretty long, hours. It goes by a remote that we can control it. And when she's starting to be able to control it with the little levers, one on each side to make it go straight, right, or left. And it's got the little bumper around it.
Hmm.
I'll have to show it one day when she's here and she's in it. It's so cute.
Pull up to my bumper, baby.
It's so
I
peaceful
wonder
there.
if
Look.
I'm sorry. I wonder if there's a person walking through there goes, "Don't step on the crack.
Vinny, there you go.
Don't step on the crack. Don't step on the white." You know, like
I do that. I do that, Vinny.
you know,
I still do that.
there's somebody because if you, I mean, it's very detailed the flooring at this establishment.
Yeah, you can tell. But me and the kids sometimes will be out and about, and I always be like, "Don't step on a crack. You're gonna break your mama's back." And then we like jump over the cracks. I still do that with my kids
Yeah, I
now.
grew up with that too. Isn't that funny?
I had a
Yep.
friend said, "Make the crack bigger." He hated his mother.
Hey, there were times I stomped the shit out that shit. I was like, you know what, Mama? I'm mad at you today. Fuck you. Put your back
moms. Wait a minute. Where are the moms? Summer, wait a minute. Where's
Yeah,
mom?
Yeah, my kid stepped on the cracks in front of me and say, "Mom, did I break your back?" When they were little, they used to say that all the time. They thought it was the funniest thing. They'd step on and they go, "Mommy, is your back broken?" And then they'd giggle so hard. It was so funny.
Good old Aussie.
A little
Oh.
passion fruit.
Yeah,
So,
baby.
in all honesty, did anybody learn anything tonight other than the golf swing?
No.
I didn't think so. Just checking.
Not wrong. It was honestly watching that. If I was sitting in another country, I'd be like, and they think America's the best country and the most dangerous country. Like, I ain't worried
Well,
about them countries.
And the sad thing is, they gave no succinct, direct answers.
And you know what I don't like also? The whole, do you know everybody in the world looks down at us? We're not number one. Who gives a fuck what number? There is no numbers. We're all in this fucking thing together. Oh, do you know people think, that's like your neighbor saying, oh, do you know this guy, he don't like you. You know, he's got a bit. Go fuck him. You know, I don't care if they don't like you.
I know what I was going to ask. So he said, well, if I become president, I'll overturn Roe versus Wade. How is he going to do that?
I agree. And
if he could do that, why didn't he already do it?
Correct.
Yeah, Aboriginal people, John.
Because they know it's not going to have an election this year. They're just writing out the rest of this
Okay,
script that
let
we're about to
Aussie talk for a second.
Hold on one second. Hello.
How you going, brother?
Damn, he's looking at him like he's a fucking alien. Like,
Remind me to ask
guy
him.
with a camera looking at you. What are you?
Does the guy have a mask on?
I brought you, but this player's not here.
Oh, your Disney player's not here?
Yeah, he's gone down. Teaching schools over in the north part of Australia.
Oh, yeah, it's right.
Yeah, Moree at the moment.
In Moree?
He's teaching Moree.
Ah, beautiful. Aboriginal art.
Those are cool.
Yeah, those are pretty.
I like those. Yeah.
I would buy those and hang them in my house.
Aussie, does he have a mask on?
Yes, he does.
Nah.
Yes,
Nah. He got Aboriginal painting on his face.
Okay.
He not
good.
got no mask.
Oh,
okay. Just check. Yeah, it looks like a mask. Sorry, young man.
Oh, yeah, he's fine.
Young woman.
Sorry, looks like he fucking stuck
Yeah,
his face in
mum
it.
from Bree. Yeah, Bree Warren, brother.
To me, it looks like
The Bonies, yeah, the Bonies and the Richies.
How about you guys? I got you.
Yeah, my family back the Richies. Yeah. Dougie Delaney. Yeah. All them boys. Fuzz Buzz. Uncle Fuzz. All right, brother. Have a good day, eh?
That's really cool.
Oh, we could do a song right now with this guy while he's in it.
He's singing in his native language.
It's got to get annoying though to the people who work in that area listening to him bang on that thing all day long.
Nah, that wouldn't bother me. I would like that.
You know, that's good for me for like 10 minutes, and then I'll be like, shut that shit down.
Nah, that would be great for me. I would love that. I like stuff like that. I like something different.
No, I like stuff like that too. I'm just saying that
You got heaps of people watching this fella here with his great gold suit.
To me,
like a Tin Man's brother.
Huh? What's he doing? Oh, look at his bright yellow that he's wearing.
Looks like he's constipated to me.
We're in Australia, Sydney, Australia right now, Sydney. Or Shelley.
His feet ain't even on the ground.
Oh shit, he's elevating.
What?
He's floating. What the fuck?
Go kick underneath him.
There's a mirror underneath. There's a screen underneath him that's not picking up.
Well,
No,
no,
there's nothing.
go
It's a
kick
stick that
underneath
he's
them.
got.
Oh, I thought that girl was gonna push him over.
You realize that stick, I watch YouTube videos on how they do that. Go kick underneath them.
It says you can feel underneath.
Kick underneath them.
I just went underneath with my camera.
Underneath them.
I see that.
Yeah, that was underneath.
It's that stick that he's holding on to. He's learned his muscle control. There's YouTube videos. I've watched them.
Well, I think it's dope.
Oh yeah.
He probably has an appendage missing.
No, there's a chair connected to that stick he's sitting on that you can't.
Yeah, but he
He's
put
not
his hand
chair, you
underneath
mad
him. There's
No,
not a
I'm
chair
telling you,
there.
there's a platform sticking out from that stick.
Look,
That platform is holding all its leverage, whatever is
it's
underneath
underneath.
it. That's the weight of it. Is how he's
No,
holding.
there's nothing underneath him. I just put my hand under there.
Under his butt, he's sitting on a platform.
Yeah, I
That's
just
where
put
he
the
was
hand
in.
under his butt.
Yeah, you guys, he literally just had his hand under his butt.
He's like, "Pay me now."
Listen, guys, don't get too fresh. We all have Google, so
No move. No move.
yeah, don't mook it up with that. We could all just Google up. How does this? That's what it is now. People could just figure it out while they stand there and look at the guy.
Touch his butt.
That's
See, when he
fucking
touches his butt will be hard.
Listen, you
I
thinking
think it
about
was pretty
hard
cool.
pickleball again.
Oh, it is cool. You still have to have good balance to do that,
Oh yeah.
and you have to have muscles to do that.
Muscles.
Muscles.
He wasn't even holding on to that thing really. He's moving his hands up and down like it's freaky.
Marcy says, "Grab his ass." Grab
Yeah, get
people's
locked up
asses.
live
We
on
don't
camera.
know.
Get locked up live on camera. Fucking sexual assault on a statue.
Yeah, right.
Grab his ass.
You're like,
Jet
yeah,
boats.
Ozzy got locked up because he grabbed the statue's ass.
Sorry, guys.
Imagine going to jail for that. Imagine going to jail for that. You're definitely
know,
going in the boneyard.
There's a lot of water taxis. That's cool.
Yeah, jet boat.
Even the
The
jet
jet boat.
boat is giving you a stink eye. Look at it. The jet boat's giving you a stink eye. It's a little shark face.
This is really cool.
It's nice at night because everything's lit up in all different colours. There's light show and fucking everything. It's crazy. The harbour bridge is all lit up.
Now, you were not too long ago at night with doing that, though, weren't you?
Yeah. That was my last live. Not a panel, just my last live that I did walking around. But it was
I
raining.
remember seeing the lights.
Yeah, but it was raining and I was fucking spewing. Started pissing down out of nowhere.
Oh, look at that. That would be so neat to live there.
Oh, I'd be loaded. Very loaded
Yeah,
to
that's
live there. No one on this panel, on these panels, will be able to. No one on these panels will be able to fucking afford to live there.
That must look really nice at night if they put some lights in those trees at night. Do they have lights on those trees?
Yeah, they got lights.
Have a good
Yeah,
night,
they got lights in
Shelley.
the trees. They got.
Night, Shelley.
Yeah,
They got shit everywhere.
yeah. I like that when they put like the gold, like soft glow lights in the trees, line them up like that. It's cool.
Yeah. Can't just stop right in front of me. It's fucking stupid. as
Yeah,
fuck.
he did. He wanted to be off his head on your camera.
Stay to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right.
Look, we're
Oh,
getting
we're
there
getting
almost
there.
there.
We're getting there.
This is so
to the left.
Look at that. It's so pretty.
That is cool. You know, in pictures that I see, it looks so big.
Mr. Beast was here like 2 days ago or whatever, or last weekend or whatever it was. Giving away Lamborghinis and fucking everything.
Really? How
Yeah,
come we
Mr.
didn't get
Beast.
one?
He gave like, I don't fucking follow that cunt or shit stupid to me.
Wow.
You nearly get both in one.
So pretty.
Look at that.
What's a little baby? Yeah, you do
Hey,
have a great phone, Ozzy. It's clear as fuck.
hey, Nathan Marcy wants to know how far a trip is that from where you live?
About an hour and a half on a train. Bit longer
That ain't too bad.
sometimes. Got a big Navy ship over there.
Oh, look at that.
Mm.
It's a Navy base over there. Holy fuck. Big wave over there.
Look at that. That's so cool. Thank you, Ozzy, for taking us today.
Yeah.
You all right?
Look at that.
Yeah, I was going to go straight over the bridge to North Sydney, but over there. I thought, since you're online, I might as well. This is underneath. So you come in for the restaurants and shit, theatre.
My husband said that tomorrow when he gets up, he's gonna come back and watch it so he can look at what you're showing tonight.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah,
something to
sweet,
watch.
sweet. Whew. Yeah,
Listen
it's
to the,
something, concert hall, box office.
yell really
So
loud.
I'm
We want to hear
going in.
the echo.
I'm going in. To be honest, I've never been inside of it. See
Really?
what they say. I did when I was younger, but there's usually security everywhere. I've never been in.
Yeah, hey
This
guys,
is
I'm gonna go ahead
cool.
and bounce. I had a great time. Okay, thanks, Summer. I had a great time. All right.
Thanks.
All right, Vinny. Love you, brother. Talk to
All
you
right.
soon.
Love you guys. God bless.
Bye.
That is so cool.
It is.
I could be like, bitch, I went to Australia tonight. I don't know what you're talking about. I went to Sydney.
Right? Through the debate. I went
Yeah,
to
fuck the
Australia.
debate. It was so horrible.
They can't go up there. It's hot in here. Whew. Oh, I have to take this fucking hoodie off. Oh.
I thought it's winter there.
That's what he said. It's
It
kind of
is
warm
winter.
today.
Yeah.
It's hot today. It's fucking boiling.
Mhm. Debate what debate? I agree, Marcy. What debate the hell? What are you talking about?
girl, right? I
Lost my
swear,
mind
that
for a
was,
moment.
I was, I kind of missed the, like, when they yelled and screamed at each other and all that. This was just like, damn, dude, really?
Yeah,
This is what you get?
the clapping and everything.
I was like, this is horrible.
So I said it wasn't a debate.
No, it was more like Katrina said, it was more of like a Q&A.
Yeah.
A fucking debate. Yeah, watching Ozzy is making me want a fucking gimbal so bad.
Yeah, he's got a
Whatever.
really good. He's got a good one.
Yeah. Well, I miss mine. They're so much better because it's just it's easy. It's just so much better. That was good about protesting because even when I'd be running around and all that shit looks smooth as fuck. Actually, by the way, today is the day that Tyler Gross got killed.
Is it?
Dude, that shit was crazy as fuck.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
So, for those that don't know what happened with Tyler Girth is a protester. Well, actually, he was a photographer, and we were all down at the square. And that morning, I went down and fed everybody because that's how we did it. And we'd feed everybody and stuff. And then some shit happened or whatever with one of our houseless guys, and then he left. And when he came back, he grabbed a gun off somebody and shot into the crowd and shot him headshot. And one of my survivor sisters, she's actually an EMT. She was right there and tried to help him as much as she could, but nothing would help. And I mean, it just. And then the police department came in and like threw everybody's shit in dumpsters. I spent all day getting shit out of people's belongings out of fucking dumpsters and shit. It was crazy, dude. But his family has the Tyler Girth Foundation that does amazing things for underprivileged children that want to get into photography. And it's just beautiful to watch his legacy stay alive. So shout out to Tyler's family and Tyler Girth. Keep watching over us, baby.
Right.
He told activism through his pictures. And let me tell you, that young man took some powerful fucking. Some of Travis's best pictures is taken by Tyler Girth. That boy had a talent with that camera. He was a bad motherfucker with that camera.
So each one of the. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to ask him. Each one of those like half clamshells. That's all part of it.
Yeah, that's all part of it.
So do they have like is there an event in each one, like a concert or whatever in each one? It can be.
Yeah, the big, they can be, but mostly, they have all the theatre and all that sort of stuff. Moulin Rouge and all those sort of things.
That's so cool.
Right.
Wizard of Oz was here not long ago.
Oh, that's my favorite all-time movie and play.
Yeah, that was the first play my oldest daughter took me to that play. That was the first one she took me to because I like plays. I like Broadway plays. I like all that shit. And she took me to Wicked. And now the movie's about to come out. That and Beetlejuice too.
Beetlejuice.
I can't wait.
There's the old jail. See across there. That was an old jail back years ago.
Oh, really? Okay. Yes.
Yeah, over there.
Huh.
Fort Denizen.
So was it a military jail?
Nah, just convicts. That was for the bad of the bad that the English sent over here.
Is that a yacht out there?
Yeah, there's yachts and there's ferries and then there's the
look at that
Navy over there. It's a big Navy ship.
Wow.
I think that's only their training ship, like where they train on. It always stays there. But all the others are in the bay over there.
Yeah, my son was Navy and was on a ship all the time.
My uncle and them. I have family members that were in every branch.
I had one son that was Army and one son that was Navy.
I think his family was from somewhere else, and then they came in. I can't quite remember. I know his father and stuff was the head of Courier Journal. His family worked, they did a lot with Courier Journal. I cannot remember if he. I think
This is walking
I
around.
believe they moved from maybe California and then came here, but I'm not absolutely positive. There's been so
Fort
much.
dinners
And
out
so
there.
many, I can't remember all. Sorry, Aussie.
No, you're right. I was talking to myself.
It's so
You're
pretty.
Beautiful
That
day,
water.
perfect day for it. Not a cloud in the sky.
Yeah.
Not a cloud.
I said
Fucking
pretty blue
beautiful today.
skies.
So when we fly over there, how long is it going to take us to get there one day when we come?
15 hours. I took my son from LAX to Sydney.
Oh.
People say it's longer. All depends if you stop over and there's stops and stuff. But a straight flight all the way, 15 hours.
Oh yeah, I would pay for a straight flight. I can't do those get off and come on and I can't do all that. I'm not a good enough flyer to do all that.
Yeah, no.
Once I get on and we get up there, I'm okay. It's the going up and going down I don't like. But once you get up there, once you get above the clouds and stuff, you might hit a little bit of turbulence every now and then, but it's cool. It ain't bad. You know what I mean? But no, I ain't going to fucking 16 stops and getting off and getting back on. No.
Oh, this is at the back of the opera house now.
Even the water's pretty and blue.
Mm-hmm. I love water, so yeah, I would love that.
Plenty of sharks in there. You wouldn't go swimming in there.
Oh yeah,
But,
we're careful in swimming.
No way in the world. I would never go in here. I jumped in here once before and I was shitting myself and jumped out and I got fined $1,500 for jumping into the harbour.
All right.
Oh, shit.
There's all restaurants and stuff along here.
That's so cool. The pictures we see don't do it justice. I could imagine what it's like to be there in person.
Right. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be there one day. It's always been my dream to go see the opera house. And I like opera. I love it. I think and I know it's crazy because a lot of people hear me listen to bracket music, but I love opera. I love blues. I just love all music. And I just appreciate opera. I don't know, dude. That's been always the thing that I wanted to go to.
Figaro.
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 Figaro. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Look, that's Australia. You want to go to Australia and visit? I love the way he watches TV.
Helicopters flying around.
No, I haven't seen any police.
Yeah, I was just showing you two before.
Was not been doing anything. Place like that here, you'd have police surrounding it all the time.
Well, a dude just got arrested, or locked up 2 days ago, I think it was, for fucking dressing up in camo and tactical gear, and he was going to stab one of the members of parliament. Did it all on a live stream too.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, he got dressed in the toilets, all in live stream, putting his knives in and fucking stab vests on and all of that sort of shit, and then tactical vest and helmet, and fucking went and stood outside the member of parliament waiting for him to walk out so he could stab him.
Oh my god!
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you
Over
just
there.
happen to be at the right place, right time. That's
Oh,
insane.
helicopter. That's a little one. That's where I was the last time over there when I was on TPP. Remember?
Yeah.
That's where it was over there. Yeah, over there at Luna Park and all on that side.
So just in case anybody's wondering where we're at, we are live from Sydney, Australia. Thanks to our brother Ozzy. Woo woo.
Yeah, I'm so intrigued in what's going on. Oh, okay. That's not moving a lot. Okay. Because I'm thinking I haven't really been paying attention. I've been zooming into things. It's gorgeous. No.
I really love the architect because even when you were at the mall and all that stuff, when that old guy was fucking with you, I was just like, dude, you're old. I'm not gonna fight you. What the fuck?
Fuck, he's like, he said, I'm 64. That's automatic jail if you bash that cunt. Automatic. Bash an elder, like an elderly person. No matter if they started or not, you're fucked. If you touch them.
We should be.
There goes the jet boat. They're all waving at you.
Is that the boat that was to giving you the stink eye parked over there?
Yeah, that's him. That's a jet boat. They do all like spins and fucking. They go out there and fucking spin around.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Australia is averaging some temps today.
Oh,
and
I'm not going to see it. It's going to go around the other side.
Right, Anne-Marie? That's funny.
No. Alrighty. That's the Harbour Bridge. Opera House. Live from Sydney. Anything's fucking right. Right there, fucking diamonds in the lights.
Even your light posts are nice over there. Oh, those are pictures?
Yeah, murals.
I would say they're painted on. That's cool.
That's really
Yeah, they're canvas painted on, like, it looked like it's got a piece of canvas over the top of it.
tomorrow. Saturday? I don't have nothing to do. Maybe we'll go down
Painting
to
of.
and take them to the Walker Bridge tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Oh.
Friday, yeah.
What did I say? Saturday?
Yeah.
I am never in the right time.
Friday. I know. Next week I should go do a tour in the ghetto for you, Summer.
I know. I need to see your ghetto. We have to do a ghetto tour. I gotta see your hood.
I'll go to that. No.
So look, every time we go somewhere, I'm always like, baby, you gotta take me to the hood. I want to see what their hood looks like.
Yeah, fucking nice. Hey, I'll do it. I'll do a hood video.
All right, cool.
Oh, next week or something, if you're live, and I'll take you for a tour again.
Okay, cool. Yeah, anytime, whenever you're
But we'll
free,
do-
just you can always inbox me and just let me know whenever you want to do it, and we can do it.
Yeah, sweet as. Just to show you guys the ghetto, you know.
Any day but Wednesday.
Okay. I could hear it. I could. Yeah, I know that. I could even take you to fucking the King's Cross, the Coca-Cola sign, and King's Cross is where like the strip clubs, all that sort of like
Oh yeah, I
border
wanna do that
prostitution,
too.
all that, border prostitution, all that sort of stuff. Like I'll take you for a walk through there. It's not far from here.
Yeah,
There you go,
yeah. Well,
Christine.
there's the police. I wonder if they understand fuck 12. I don't want to get too in trouble. Fuck 12.
I got an earpiece in.
Well, they're kind of like ours. You know, they gotta stand together to converse.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
what
yeah.
donut am I going to eat today? Oh, Lord.
That's just beautiful.
It's gorgeous. I'm sitting there
Mhm.
watching it like it's on TV. I wish I was on TV. I wish I was there. Shit.
Right?
See, I could do Australia's time because at nighttime when I'm up all the time, it's daytime there. And then at daytime when I want to sleep, I could go to sleep. That would be Australia would be perfect for me.
Yeah, that's why I go to bed roughly around 2 a.m. and get up. Most of the time I get up and do a bit of paperwork for work, and then I'm free for the rest of the day. So today I didn't do nothing. Today I just got up at 10 o'clock and fucked out the door pretty much. Shower, done my hair.
Those buildings and so like I said, even your light bulbs are. I like your light bulbs. They're cute.
Yeah, they're fancy, eh?
Uh huh.
Like the globe.
Most of ours are shot out.
Restaurants down there.
Oh, look at that.
It's like a bar. It's more of a bar. Little nibbly foods and little meals, but everyone's getting on the wine. All of them. Wine glasses everywhere. A couple of beer bottles.
Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Okay.
That's right.
100%. That's what I'm saying. All right. I'm going to head back to the train station, head over the bridge to North Sydney to the American Embassy.
Whoop whoop.
Now, how far of a ride is that from where you're at to there?
No, it's only over the bridge. I think I've got to go. I might walk back to where I'll come from instead of having to go on the train, get off the train, get on another train to go over the bridge. Because the train that comes here, it doesn't go over the bridge. Turns around and goes back.
Can you ride one of those taxis? The water taxis?
Yeah, I could, but then it's a big, long walk just to get to the embassy, and the station takes me closer.
Oh, okay.
Embassy and the police stations, North Sydney police stations up there too. I'm going to do a video of it, see what they say.
Right.
So, has your news or anything said anything about Caroline DFW?
No, none of the news.
I didn't think so. I'm just, that's just hopeful thinking of my part.
The Trump and Biden thing was on all the main channels like 7, 9, and 10.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's what was watched around the world, honey.
Yeah.
And there everybody's laughing at us.
Everyone's
Pretty
laughing at you.
much.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll probably
I
take
mean,
it. They're all
yeah.
practicing their golf swings.
I can't wait for the memes in the morning. I bet if I go on when I end this here, look at it, I'm gonna go on Facebook and look for all the memes.
I swear it's got to be about 35 degrees today.
Do you do Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Celsius. So
yeah, I was
probably
gonna
what,
say
70 or something like that.
Almost
that's
80.
Nice. Oh, that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's fucking hot today. It's hot today, and that's winter.
Right.
Those are my winters. I'm good with that.
Hell yeah. Another perks to move to Australia.
Yeah, it's fucking hot today. Not every day's like that, but it does. It is. Yeah. I should do this before I go out about to audit and film before I, because you get that feeling in your gut when you're about to record cops and shit.
Yeah.
That feeling.
Yep.
I don't have it because I've done this. You know what I mean? It's like it's taken
Right.
it all away. It's relaxed me.
I thought it was just the company you're with.
It's relaxed me. You know what I mean? Run, Forrest, run!
Yell at them, they drop their pocket.
They're Asian. They probably don't even understand me. Some will.
You can't miss the train.
We just say I can't miss the train.
You know what I don't see that I normally see in places like this? I don't see people's dogs.
There's been a couple of dogs, but not many. We all got backyards here. All our dogs are out the backyard. Except for these ones in here. They all got those little fluffy looking fucking wind their tail up and they start barking.
I have two of them.
Yeah. No, you got
one's
at
just
least
barely
you got the
hanging on.
Labradoodle. That's a decent size.
I
Decent size
do.
dog.
Oh yeah, my Labradoodle is 110 pounds.
He's still going, still sitting there.
Yeah. Go feel his butt. I'm telling you, it's hard and flat. You're coming to music. Is that one guy again, or?
Yep, there you go.
Now, do you know that negative language?
Some of it, but
Are you?
I don't speak it enough to.
It all sounds like gibberish to me.
These deadlocks. Holy fuck. Man, I'm sweating in winter. It's crazy.
It's hot.
So out where I live at the base of the mountains, so it's pretty hot, pretty cold there in the winter. Like,
Is that a roundabout?
nah, that's just a corner.
Okay.
Taxis park it wherever they want.
512.
Fuck 12, 1%.
It's like
It's
the
like one of our
universal
first
word.
buildings that were in Sydney. That one
Yeah.
there.
It's pretty.
Fucking seagulls everywhere, but trying to scab food.
Sky rats.
Yeah, there's that fancy building that.
That building again.
National Indigenous Art Fair. Let's start. And so. I wonder if those fucking trams go.
Lots of space. I mean, very, very spacious.
McDonald's, fancy little McDonald's. Eh?
Oh, wow. Mm. Is their ice cream machine
I'll
always
get
broke
fucked.
too?
It's just spun me out. Last time I did that video with, I had all this sidewalk here was all painted in rainbow colours.
What was it?
It's
During
gone now.
Pride?
Must have been. Oh, probably because of the fucking Mardi
Yeah.
Gras was on.
Mm.
Mardi Gras.
Hey, CNA. CNA, we're in
I
Australia
don't
right
even
now.
know where these
Sydney.
cunts go. Oh, it's going anyway. Fuck it. We'll get on the train.
When you get on the train.
Yeah.
So do you pay to
Yeah.
get on the train?
Yeah. Yeah. It's expensive during the whole, like during the week, but on the weekend it's like $2.50 for the whole week, for the whole day.
Really?
On the weekends. But during the week, it's like every travel, every fucking stop you go, you get charged.
Well, I guess they want their tourists to feel comfortable.
Alrighty. Already got a toilet and stuff, so I'm gonna jump off and then I'll go live when I'm over the bridge and
Okay. If I'm
go
awake,
live when I'm over the
because
bridge at the embassy. Yeah, if you're awake. It's getting
yeah,
late there.
because you can't remember, it's almost 12:30 here. My bedtime's midnight,
Yeah,
and I
exactly.
think Summer's sleeping or close to sleeping.
Yeah, it's
I'm
very
here.
late.
I was watching. Yeah, if you get, so you gonna go live when you get over there, Ozzy, on your channel?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. All right.
What's
If not,
up,
I'll
Bryce?
watch
How
in
When
are
I
the
you?
get to the
morning.
embassy,
Yeah, I want to see
I'm
the
gonna walk in the
embassy.
embassy and everything. I'm
Really?
gonna walk in there. I don't care. Yeah, I can't get trespassed until they tell me to leave.
True.
That's true.
It's on American soil. I know American laws just as much as I know Australian laws.
You right?
Right?
That's what I'm
I
saying.
just
You
say it's
know
my.
our law.
I'm on your soil now. I've got all the rights that Americans have. Okay. This is my
That's
First
right.
Amendment right to record in public. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say.
That's funny. That is hilarious,
See what
though.
they say. I say I'm an American man now.
You're gonna try and challenge and see how you are.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I see
right.
if they got American cops there too.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah, in America.
once I'm
Yeah.
on American land, I've got to abide by their laws. So it's like, and the embassy's their land. So,
Yep.
so I'll just say it's my First Amendment right to record in public. Get out of here, boy.
That's right.
All right, I'm going to the toilet.
Thank
Peace
you.
out.
Thank you,
All
Ozzy, for
good.
taking us to the Opera House.
All
It
good,
was
darling.
great.
Anytime. Anytime.
All right, I'll see you
Into the
up
hood
there.
is the next one.
Yes,
I
we're gonna do that.
enjoyed this. Thank you so
Sweet
much.
as.
Yeah, it was fun.
Sweet as.
I love it.
Fuck yeah. All right, be good. Peace out.
Night.
All right, love you, brother.
Love you. Later.
Bye.
Fun.
That was fun. Yeah, I liked that.
Yeah, tours from around the world.
We didn't even have to leave our sofas, and we got to see the world.
Look, I sit here. I got my little table together. I was like, shit. I'm just gonna sit here and watch TV.
So, well, I'm gonna drop down because it's almost 12:30, and I have Little Miss in the morning.
All right, beautiful. I will
We'll
see you
talk at you
later.
later. Thanks for
I
the
think I'm gonna
day.
stop my live too. I might go yell at some people or something. I don't know yet, but I
Go
might.
yell at him for me too.
I will.
Oh,
All right.
I'll message you. I did put a message in the back chat.
I seen it. We'll talk
Did you?
later.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. All right. Love you.
You too, bye.
Holler. Thanks ooh, shoot. Bright light. Thanks everybody for stopping by. We've had really fun night the last 2 nights, really good conversation. Last night was a great live. And then tonight was a good live too, you know, just like laughing at these clowns because God knows. Where's my camera at? Oh, it's over here. Oh, that looks so. There we go. Anyway, the debate was, well, I don't think it was a debate. I think it was more of a Q&A, but it was a hot fucking mess. So anyway, I'm gonna jump off here. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Holler, talk to you guys later. And I don't know, maybe tomorrow we'll go down to the walking bridge or something. We'll see what the weather looks like. Have a good night. Be a part of the solution, not the problem. But if you're gonna be a part of the problem, be the whole fucking problem. Holler.